to do just what he said he would do. He's gonna fulfill every promise to you. Don't give up on God, 'cause he won't give up on you. He's able. How many believe it tonight? Yeah, yeah. He's able. Thank you, Jesus.
Citi 97.
Come on, y'all. I need y'all to help me sing. God is able to do just what he said he would do. He's gonna fulfill every promise. Yeah. Don't give up on God. Tell somebody, 'cause he won't give up on you. He's able. Woo. I believe it tonight.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show. The city's biggest conversation.
Somebody
The
shout
Citi
tonight.
Breakfast
He's
Show.
able.
Rise above the noise.
Hallelujah. We're going up. God is able to do just what he said he would do. He's gonna fulfill every promise to you. Tell somebody, don't give up. 'Cause he won't. Here we go. He's able. Woo. Yeah. Somebody shout again. Here we go. He's able. Yeah. I'm gonna sing this, and then y'all sing. Oh, 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 he's able. Y'all sing. Come on, take it up. Oh, 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 he's able. Y'all sing. Yeah. Y'all sing. I'm going up. Oh, 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 he's able. Sing. Here we go. He's able. He's able. He's able. Yes, he is. I tried it. Anybody tried it? He's able. He's able. Whatever he said, he's gonna do it. Whatever he promised, he's gonna do it.
27 after 6, Monday morning,
He's able.
July 14, 2025, Darwin Hub. Starting our morning on a note of assurance and great hope for the brand new week and the rest of the month, and indeed the rest of the year, that God is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we could ever think of or ever imagine. My goodness, what an assurance. Welcome to a brand new day, a brand new show. 97.3 Citi FM. We call it the Citi Breakfast Show. We set the tone for the week. Insightful interviews, great music, heartwarming conversations, nationalistic discussions. Above all, we put Ghana above all things. So welcome to our show.
He's able.
Welcome to the platform that believes in our potential and our collective ability to transform our nation for good. Indeed, we believe in human effort, but we also believe in the ability of the great I Am to do great things through people. So every day we avail ourselves to Him for His use. To human belong the plans of the heart. To humans belong the plans of the heart. But from the Lord comes the proper answer of the tongue. Now all a person's ways seem pure to them, but motives are weighed by the Lord. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans. When the Lord takes pleasure in anyone's ways, He causes their enemies to make peace with them. In their hearts, humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps. These are verses of Psalm 16. So excerpts of my devotions I'm sharing with you this morning. My favorite part is that in their hearts humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps. So God is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we could ever think of or ever imagine. But this morning we are charged that our plans, in our hearts we have our plans, but He establishes our steps. So we want to commit everything that we have to do to Him. Not that we will not plan at all, not that we will not work at all, but in everything, in every plan, in every step we take, we're trusting Him as well. So trust Him as though your efforts don't matter, and work as hard as if all that you can get depends on your efforts. That's what we call Business Sense. It's brought to you by Access Bank. If you got big dreams for your business, let Access Bank take you there. Access W, in partnership with WCI Forum, invites you to Istanbul, Turkey for a lifetime business experience. You don't want to miss this one. So business leaders, entrepreneurs, investors, go-getters, Istanbul is calling. Join us for a premium international business adventure from August 11 to 18, 2025. It's packed with B2B meetings, industrial zone and showroom tours, visit to top companies in construction, building and roofing materials. We're looking at agricultural products and equipment, medical equipment, oil and gas industry, fashion, cosmetic, furniture, pharmaceuticals, hospitality, etc., etc. You also have the opportunity for shopping in Istanbul, sightseeing, and Bosphorus yacht cruise. My goodness, double occupancy $2,500, single occupancy $2,800. That's the rate. It's an all-inclusive package. It covers your visa and return flight economy, 6 nights in a 4-star hotel and breakfast, all business events and tours, travel insurance, airport transfers. There are limited slots available, so please call Jemima now on 0579 734 633. Let me take that again, 0579 734 663. Access W, inspiring, connecting, empowering. Access Bank, more than banking. Welcome to a brand new show. My name is Caleb Kuda. Let's do this together.
If you have 250 Ghana cedis right now, it can do wonders for you. Chairman, Fabeji, it could turn your tears into joy in the Access Bank Fakitwa Beji Kesiye promo. Madam, Fabeji, it could get you up to 50,000 Ghana cedis cash prize. Business owner, Fabeji. As a student, make transactions with your Access Bank card, and that could get you Spotify and Netflix subscriptions, PS5, iPhone 16 Pro Max, and more. This be out of class senso. Fabeji, you see what 250 Ghana cedis can do for you? And Gasakra. Fabeji. It's the Access Bank Fakitwa Beji Kesiye promo. Deposit a minimum of 250 Ghana cedis and its multiples in your new or existing account, and be on your way to winning a share of the 580,000 Ghana cedis in cash prizes and other amazing rewards. The more you deposit, the more your chances of winning. Promo runs from now to September 2025. This promo is in partnership with NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Access Bank, more than banking.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
I was uptight, wanna let loose. I was dreaming of bigger things and wanna leave my old life behind. Not a yes sir, not a father.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
I was lightning before the thunder.
Thunder, 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 thunder.
Feel the thunder, lightning and the thunder. Thunder, feel the thunder, lightning and the thunder. Thunder.
Imagine Dragons, they call this one Thunder. Leading us into the news review this morning, Richard Alaska is here, Bernardino Kuku Avle. And the news review is brought to you by Fidelity Bank. From the dreams of youth to the ambitions of adulthood, wherever you are on your journey, starting a career, building a family, growing a business, or planning your future, we are here for your journey. Every goal deserves the chance to flourish, and with hard work, dedication, and a strong belief in yourself, the seed of greatness is within reach. Trust in the journey. Understand that Fidelity Bank is with you every step of the way. Together, let's turn your dreams into reality. We're here for your journey. Believe with us. Welcoming the gentlemen into the studio. Good morning, Bernard and Sky.
Good morning, Toby. I like it.
It's another Monday.
But why is Bernard Avle pretending he's not aware that I have won the World Cup? You see, the last time he was sitting in that chair, and was saying that
he ran down your Chelsea.
Wabaso. I told him that a moment day he take a night down.
You have won.
A moment he take a night down. I told you that in that chair. So please give me all the accolades before we can proceed.
I have the imprimatur
Yes.
to declare your team the avatar of international cup competition, and to declare your ownership the masters of winning competition, and to declare you yourself a prophetic Nali Matengere. I thought you were going to acknowledge the MD's birthday.
That was what I was expecting.
You have clearly placed your football team above your boss.
Above his salary.
Not at all.
And their salary implications for that. We want to say happy birthday
Yeah, man.
Yes.
to Mr. Samuel Atamensi.
Yes, sir.
It's actually a birth week.
Yes.
We started yesterday.
Yes.
And we are chopping it till next Sunday.
Yeah,
And the good thing is that he will pay for his own party.
No, Papa Sam is a big man.
He's a big
He will
man.
pay for his own birthday party.
yes.
And we'll eat it for him.
Yes.
He's a big man.
Yes.
Yeah.
We pray for good
And there are a
things.
lot of people who apparently celebrate their birthday with him.
Yeah.
So later in the show, we'll acknowledge all of them.
Lovely.
Good.
But with all the good things we're talking about, there are a lot of grim reminders that our republic needs fixing. The Friday edition of the NDC MPP thing they did, Ablekuma North, really, really tragic. We're also hearing noises in the Galamsey fight that are not very positive. And there are so many other issues up for attention. So while we are happy that our boss is celebrating his birthday and that Sky's team has won, there are many, many issues to be concerned about.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So let me start off this morning with the Daily Graphic. The big story talks about Ablekuma North violence. Says tame electoral vigilantism. Advocates or experts are advocating. Also on the front page this morning, presidential jet grounded. Air travel worthiness uncertain. And you can see the plane here. A new visa policy not about length of stay. That's coming in from the U.S. Embassy. An affordability barrier to chronic disease treatment. That's coming in from a study on the NHIA.
The Ghanaian Times is also leading with interior issues. It says government accountability series. Interior Minister takes 10 today. Muntaka Mohammed Mubarak is photographed here. He's the Minister for the Interior. Don't sideline me. Kufuor slams party's lack of engagement. That's on page 10. Obin secures historic victory for NDC in Ablekuma North. And President directs 2 ministers to address unapproved port charges. Meanwhile, MEDA partners IFC to boost agribusiness in Ghana. That's the back page. And Tourism 2024 report launched in Accra.
Let me take you to the Daily Guide and Galamsey related matters first. Top NDC officials, military officers fingered in illegal Galamsey tax force. The photograph of the Minister for the sector, Emmanuel Amakosibua, makes the front page. Also on the front page, the start story coming in from across the border. Former Nigerian President Buhari dead in London. Also, NDC wins Ablekuma North amid mayhem. And boy 11 shoots girl 3. Oh, Charlie, things things are happening.
The Chronicle leads with Galamsey, who's behind illegal anti-Galamsey task force, concerns small-scale miners, drop some names. Also, NDC secures two-third majority in parliament with Obin's victory. Baumia calls for probe into Ablekuma North violence, and ex-TESCON member rejects MPP's top-bottom tyranny.
Okay. Let me take you to the Herald newspaper. NDC chiefs ran from national security and military anti-Galamsey extortion ring. Small-scale miners demand presidential actions. Also, the story about Ablekuma North makes the front page. Defense minister petition to remove VAG executive director, land sale and financial irregularities cited. The chief of staff makes the front page, and the story says chief of staff kicks against localized investment in Ghana. And then the story about the presidential jet, and we're told that it has severe corrosion and multiple engine defects.
The news center leads with a couple of stories, and this is history of presidential private jet hypocrisy exposed. So that's like a commentary on page 6. Okay. Also, 4.2 million ounces black Volta gold project, $13.8 billion potential revenue is a question, with a photo of Ibrahim Mahama of Engineers and Planners and James Wellbank of the Ibera Capital, financiers of the Azuma Resources. In other stories, Ablekuma violence, a dress rehearsal for 2028, and Baumia visits Ablekuma North victims and pledges support. Meanwhile, this unending saga. Baba Sam to court, void Nana J's illegal order. The latest installment in this marital feud, which has become a national, I don't know.
Now, the Ghanaian Times says this morning, it's actually the Ghanaian publisher. It says, Yamin Abanga behind illegal tax force. Miners are claiming, and they also say that the two of them have actually rejected the allegations made against them. Also, the front page, minority to Mahama, act now or bear Ablekuma blood. And the story about Baba Sam and the husband, or the estranged husband, also makes the front page. And Emmanuel writes, bicycle from Germany to Accra, a story you want to read.
If you go to the Today, they're also on Ablekuma North. ATV's reporter Vadawi Afi assaulted, a very bad photo on the front page of this paper. NDC's candidate wins Ablekuma North seat in chaotic rerun. And then let's prioritize early childhood education. This is the Deputy Minister for Education, Apak. And Kudus bids farewell to West Ham as he moves to White Hart Lane.
Yeah, the Inquisitor says that Ken's extradition process is activated. His photograph is here. Also, avoid hot water baths. I brought you the story last week. So
hot water.
Yeah, they say that if
in this cold weather.
No, they say that.
A condition.
Yeah, there's a condition. Urologist to men with fertility issues. So no, you're being woman domo.
Okay.
Yes, we don't have any such problems. We can bath our water in peace. Hey, we should not bath our water in this time.
My heart could Charlie.
Hey. No, Caleb, you can't be sure. The informer, anti-Galamsey task force accused of extortion, harassment, and intimidation. This is a big one. And then Standard Bearer first election, MPP cracks new party in the Offin National Delegates Conference, Yamutu. Meanwhile, Ablekuma North River Baumia Peace Council, others condemn violence. And as you read earlier, Kenofrea tests extradition on course. OSB assures Ghanaians.
Finally, from me, the Economy Times says this morning, digital asset firms given August 15 deadline to register with BOG, and Ghana Central Securities Depository undergoes major upgrade, and government to recapitalize ADB by 2026 to support agricultural revolution agenda. We're told that some money is going to NIB already.
Let me end with the custodian before Caleb you coming with the online. Minority demands action on Ablekuma North vandalism. Also, Baumia visits Habakum's in a free after assaults. Act on stranded students abroad, minority tells government, and NDC gurus and soldiers cited in alleged Galamsey deals.
Okay, so let me take you online now, channel1news.com. Minimum healthy diet cost 15 Ghana cedis, 11 pesos. This is according to the Agric Ministry, and the Western region tops the most costly healthy diet in the country. We'll bring you details of that shortly.
I told you Western region had an issue.
Yeah,
now food is most expensive in that region.
Yeah. Baumia visits Hawakumsin after Ablekuma North tag. That is here as well. And and the death of Nigerian former president is here. I'm being ignored. Kufuor fumes at NPP leadership. Don't use Ayawaso West Wogon by-election to justify Ablekuma North violence. This is Akosua Menu to the NDC. 7 trucks impounded over suspected goods diversion scheme. 24-hour economy already showing promise. This is the Navrongo MP. The presidency has launched government's accountability series on July 14. That will be done today. And then if you go to citynewsroom.com, Ablekuma North, how Akumsin used pepper spray in self-defense. Akosua Menu here. Fixed network challenges to curb robberies. Police to MTN. And then national security impound 7 trucks. That's here as well. Baumia's early concession disrupted 2024 results collation. This is Inusa Fusaini. If you go to the High Street Journal, the business of the dead, how AI generated obituaries are creating a new industry in Ghana. Basically, you see the obituary and the picture of the dead is talking to you, announcing the details of the funeral. Something interesting that they're highlighting there. If you go to my journal online this morning, they are leading with the story of Defense Minister urging restraint and calm in Boku following latest attacks. Ken Oforiate's extradition. FBI clears first major hurdle. No witch hunt. I'm not too old to be ignored. I've sacrificed for NPP. Kufuor laments. Mahama lands in Malabo for critical AU mid-year summit. Trader refunds 230,000 Ghana cedi in mistaken bank transfer case. Interesting one there. BBC. Europe's freedom faces greatest threat since World War II, says Macron. Trump says US will send sophisticated equipment to Ukraine as he criticizes Putin. And then children killed collecting water in Gaza. Medical officials say a ceasefire talks hit sticking points.
There's a quick story we missed. Protesters give government August 15 ultimatum to fix Ofankor and Sawama Road. Omar Sanda covered the protest which happened over the weekend. Now, Sanda, can I give you a quick overview of the Ablekuma North stories before you come to Galamsey? So the graphics lead story is basically talking about experts advocating that it's time to tame electoral vigilantism. So they spoke to a number of key people, including Colonel Festus Abuaje and Dr. John Osai-Kwapong of CDD. They also spoke to Dr. Bafuaji Mandria. Let me give you some highlights of what they said. For example, if you go to Festus Abuaje, he says the lesson is unmistakable. Democracy must be defended not merely through voting, but through the integrity of the institution and processes that uphold it. The project director of Democracy Project CDD, Dr. John Osai-Kwapong, said it was time for key institutions which had responsibility for sustaining the peace and security of the country to develop a comprehensive anti-electoral violence plan. And then former UN Senior Governance Advisor, Professor Bafuaji Mandria, suggested the EC, political parties and civil society should come together to envision a system that would minimize the presence of political activists at polling stations. And then Kofi Obin of West Africa Network for Peace Building says that this partial rerun highlights the urgent need for electoral reform, transparent decision-making, strong accountability for political violence, etc., etc. So most of the experts are calling for some action. Now, the minority is demanding action on the vandalism. Apenyo Maken, who's the minority leader, in a statement issued after the poll, accused the leading officials of NDC of orchestrating the violent acts that disrupted the voting. They've issued a 72-hour ultimatum to the president to dismiss CEO of Minerals Development Fund and NDC National Men Organizer Hanabisu and acting CEO of the Youth Employment Agency Malik Basintali for justifying and celebrating the violent incidents during the Ablekuma North parliamentary rerun. Then Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, who is the running mate for Akufo-Addo in the previous elections, and then the vice president and also the NDC MPP's presidential candidate for the last election, condemned the violence together with the Peace Council. Let me just bring you that quickly. So violence that characterized this by-election has been roundly condemned by the Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, or former Vice President, and the National Peace Council, civil society organizations in the GJA. And then they give details of the condemnation. And then finally, there's a couple of people who are sort of defending certain actions. So, for example, Akosua Menu of the NDC says that Hawa Akumsin used pepper spray because she was being attacked, because the video that has emerged of her spraying pepper before the attack. So the MPP's parliamentary candidate for the Adenta constituency has defended former fisheries minister,
Yeah.
following what happened there. I think I've read everything, right?
Yeah, the other point, she's asking that the NDC should not use the Ayawasu West Wogon by-election to justify the Ablekuma North violence.
So the final one, maybe the final one,
Yes,
Today News, what's this paper? The News Center has a very troubling analysis that Ablekuma violence is a dress rehearsal for 2028. That's on page 7 as well.
Okay, just quickly to draw your attention to the Herald newspaper's editorial, and somewhere in there they say that as a newspaper we are appalled by this disturbing trend. It persists largely because perpetrators are rarely, if ever, held accountable. We have videos, photos and eyewitness accounts of these violent acts, yet justice remains elusive. We therefore call on the Ghana Police Service and the judiciary to ensure the swift and diligent prosecution of those involved in the recent Ablekuma North incident, as well as other unresolved attacks from past by-elections.
Still on politics.
Let's move to the
I'm taking you to Galamsey. So if you go to the Daily Guide newspaper, they say top NDC officials, military officers fingered in illegal Galamsey tax force. The story says a group of concerned small-scale miners are alleging serious violations coming in from key figures from within the ruling National Democratic Congress and senior military officers, accusing them of operating a shadowy anti-Galamsey task force that is terrorizing miners and extorting money under the guise of enforcing illegal mining laws. Now, chairman of the concerned small-scale mining group in Ghana, Andrew Aban, alleged that Joseph Yamin, who is the national organizer of the NDC, and Yakubu Abanga, the party's third vice chairperson, are names mostly cited by operatives of the payroll task force harassing small-scale miners in the various regions. There's a quote here that says, "We have information that these operatives use the names of some National Democratic Congress Party executives to extort monies. Common names are that of the people mentioned earlier." But if you go to the Herald newspaper, they quote the two officers as having denied the claims. But somewhere in the story they say Yamin and Yakubu Abanga have firmly denied any involvement in the alleged rogue task force and condemned the use of their names in any illegal operatives. Mr. Aban, however, insisted, quote, "We have information that these operatives use the names of some." So basically,
so this is something the Ministry for Lands must look seriously into this, because it's becoming a big issue. Last week, somebody was arrested from the small-scale miners group for purportedly interfering in the activities of the anti-Galamsey task force. His point is that because of these illegal task forces, you can't really tell whether the people trying to stop people from mining are genuine or not.
Exactly.
And I think this is a major challenge Kofi Boa has to deal with. Now, third big story, presidential jet grounded, graphics is leading with that page 13. Timothy Goba is saying that the air travel worthiness of our presidential aircraft is uncertain, and therefore the presidential jet has been grounded at the Dassault Falcon service facility in Le Bourget, France, for 4 months due to what has been described as a massive wear and tear issues. The current state of the aircraft include fuel tank contamination, the turbofan engine problems, and other vital component sources, which engineers say put it at risk of engine failure during flight. Government sources indicate that the jet was sent to this Falcon service facility for the mandatory 24-month inspection, during which the massive extent of corrosion was detected. High-level sources within the government indicate to the Daily Graphic that the jet's maintenance issues were more extensive than initially thought. And basically, the defense minister has also been quoted, and he's blamed the current condition of the jet on years of neglect by previous administration, including not honoring the mandatory manufacturer level inspection and repairs. However, I assured the public that the government was exploring cost-effective and safe options to address the issue. Now, I brought this, and I'm juxtaposing that with the News Center, page 6, who are accusing the NDC of presidential private jet hypocrisy. Basically started with Kwame Nkrumah's acquired DH-125, a Champon purchased a Fokker 28, Rawlings procured a Gulfstream G3, Kufuor acquired the Falcon 900X Easy, NDC, which opposed Falcon 900X, inaugurated it, and then it mentions NDC's history of double standards from Mills to Mahama. Professor Mills procured the Embraer. John Mahama also faced travel challenges. Akufo-Addo years, accusations and propaganda, selective outrage and convenient amnesia. And then they conclude by saying Time for mature conversation on presidential logistics. Elvis Dako, amazing stuff. You can read that on page 6 of the News Center.
Yeah, News Center. So let me bring you some bread and butter issues on the cost of food and all that.
It's very important.
So if you go to channel1news.com, minimum healthy diet costs 15 Ghana cedis, 11 pesos. Our Greek Ministry is reporting. William Na writes that the national average cost of a healthy diet for the first quarter of 2025 is 15 Ghana cedis, 11 pesos per the regional statistics, and the Western region has the highest COHD, that's the cost of a healthy diet, with 21.29 Ghana cedis, while the Hafa region has the lowest of 9 Ghana cedis, 83 pesos. Now the figures indicate the minimum amount an individual has to pay for food to meet the national dietary guidelines.
Now what are you buying?
That's the question, because the national average for the cost of healthy diet for 2024 was 12 Ghana cedis, 29 pesos, higher than that of 2023, which was 10 Ghana cedis, 70 pesos. Western region recorded the highest, which I've already said.
Is it the same
17
food across regions, or basically a healthy diet for each region is different?
I want to believe it will be the same balance. Okay, so there's some details here. Throwing more light on the data, Ms. Ahin said the study also looked at the food group which drove most cost, and that happened to be vegetables and animal source foods, while the oils and fast foods group had the least cost share of 1%. We'll
be useful to know exactly which combination they are talking about as 15 Ghana cedis or 20 Ghana cedis.
But the fact that Western region is the most expensive is not new, because when I go through a lot of the inflation figures, Western region consistently has had a high cost of living. I think this hangover over the oil discovery
Galamsey is
has
also going on,
too many things.
Farms
and you know, last week I read a message about why the region needs attention. I think this adds to it.
It does.
Anyway, quickly, let me take you to a story concerning Ken Ofori-Atta. If you go to the Inquisitor newspaper, the story says Ken's extradition process is activated quickly after months of declaring former Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta a fugitive and placing him on Interpol's red notice list. A Twitter user questioned the status of his case and the apparent delay in his extradition. Now, the tweet, or the person who sent the tweet, named Papa Njoku, posted Ofori-Atta's wanted photo by the Office of the Special Prosecutor with a caption like joke, this case no go anywhere. Responding to this, the Office of the Special Prosecutor stated that an extradition is not like what is portrayed in the movies, but rather follows a formal legal process. We're told that processes have since been activated, including comments from the FBI.
Let me
this
correct
matter.
a story that came up in the week where it was reported that national security diverted some goods. Customs is bringing a clarification. So this City Newsroom lead story. Commonwealth reports that the Customs Division of the GRA has refuted claims by national security operatives that several trucks suspected of diverting goods meant for export to Burkina Faso were intercepted and impounded. According to national security sources, the trucks originally cleared at the Tema port were allegedly destined for Burkina Faso, but were instead offloading goods in Kumasi in what they described as a deliberate attempt to evade duty payments. The vehicles were reportedly intercepted at Nkoko in the Eastern region and escorted to Kumasi to verify their true destination as part of ongoing investigations. Now, Customs is now telling us that there are some further details that we need to know.
Okay.
So, for example, it says that, speaking to City News, Deputy Commissioner Preventive at the Customs, Peter Ofori and Tobre, described the national security claims as inaccurate and misleading. The vehicles were on a right path. There was nothing like diversion, Mr. Antobre stated. He explained that the trucks in question were under surveillance by his unit and had not engaged in any illegal activity. The vehicles were being monitored by Customs and were not involved in anything untoward, he added. Now, the conflicting accounts from two state agencies raises questions about interagency coordination and oversight in monitoring cross-border goods transportation. Now, Oscar, give me 2 minutes. We've already said there are different people saying they are fighting Galamsey.
Yep.
And sometimes the right group is attacked by the wrong group. Now you have national security and customs giving conflicting views on the same issue.
Confusion.
I think the issue of interagency collaboration is key. This is what people like the chief of staff and the people who have, like, I think in the MPP they had a senior minister. They need to really deal with this matter because it can lead to many problems. Right, so this is a story we need to highlight quickly. Kufuor is also not happy.
Yes, he says, I'm being sidelined. CitiNewsroom.com. Former President John Ejekum Kufuor has voiced deep disappointment over what he describes as neglect and exclusion by the very party he once led to a historic two-term victory. In a reflective conversation with Abetifi MP and flag bearer hopeful Brian Champong, the former president opened up about his growing sense of marginalization within the New Patriotic Party. If this party still has elders, I am one. Have I deteriorated to the point where after being fed I would claim I haven't eaten? No, I haven't reached that state yet. My mind and memory are intact. I've been quiet, but make no mistake, I've been watching closely. The least the party can do is keep me informed. Let me hear what's happening. And now I'm being sidelined. I ignored. I don't understand it. I really don't.
If this is true, it's completely unacceptable. The NPP has to fix that.
Let me end with two things. Mahama Yarga, who is the majority leader, has condemned the military in Boku for the destruction of the statue of Zugran of the Kusor traditional area by some military personnel. He demands an immediate investigation by senior hierarchy of the military. In the same vein, he also condemned the brutality of the military yesterday, July 13, in a statement he released early today.
Okay, where are you reading from?
He sent the statement to our news team. It's online. Finally, EU plans to engage with other nations hit by US tariffs. So we are in a global reset. As President Trump's tariffs kick off from 1st August, the EU is looking for partners.
Great. That's where we end it. That was a news review. Thank you, Bernard. Thank you, Sky.
My buddy, when you wake up in the morning and you know the money calling, oh, you go work, but you know it's out your side. If I believe with us, if I hold my hand and believe, oh, cause you know it's out your side. And when you dream, no say I live for you. And when you hustle every day, when you wanna go, anything you do, I live for you. If I believe I live your side, fidelity. If I believe with us, fidelity. If I know I live your side, fidelity.
Oh, jump on now.
Go. Google me. And what time when you come back, we are not hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I not change my car. It be the same, right? It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind, Seth, be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium, they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, they make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside?
I give you info. Make I feel the gobe too small.
Go.
Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Nashika Caesar is here with the breakfast edition of the City Business News brought to you by EcoBank, MTN, and Gwell. Good morning now.
Good morning, Caleb. Hello and welcome to the breakfast edition of the City Business News, proudly brought to you by MTN, Goil, and EcoBank. I'm Nashika Caesar. Coming up, prices of goods expected to drop as President Mahama moves to regulate port charges. Also coming up, government misses its treasury bills target, receiving total bids of 4.53 billion Ghana cedis, and later government's eyes $640 million annual revenue from boost in shea nut production. Let's settle for the details of our stories now. Some tax analysts are commending the government for its fiscal discipline in the first half of the year, following the presentation of its maiden budget. They highlight the stability of the exchange rate, the reduction in petroleum prices and the slowdown in inflation as encouraging indicators of sound economic management. These remarks come ahead of the mid-year budget review scheduled for July 24 to be presented by the Minister of Finance, Dr. Cassiel Atuforsen. In an interview with Citi Business News, tax analyst Francis Timorboy acknowledged a positive development, but also called for caution.
The first half of the year has shown a strong commitment to fiscal discipline. The March 11 budget that was introduced by the Minister of Finance focused on cutting out inefficiencies by eliminating burdensome levies like the e-levy and also enforcing strict expenditure controls and conducting audit on some of the arrears. And we've seen these measures paying off in the last few months. For example, the government initially sets an ambitious target to bring down inflation from 23% early last year to 11.9% by December.
You have there Francis Timorboy, who is a tax analyst. Now, moving on, prices of goods and services may witness significant reduction in the coming months following President Mahama's directive to subject all shipping line charges to parliamentary approval. This is your session of the Importers and Exporters Association of Ghana, which has welcomed the directive as a timely intervention which may help reduce inflationary pressures associated with imports. Speaking to Citi Business News, the Executive Secretary of the Association, Samson Asaki Awingubit, said the directive, if fully implemented, would address some of the long-standing bottlenecks in the country's import and export system.
If the government succeeded by getting Parliament to approve these local handling charges, because these are charges that is done in Ghana here, it's not done overseas, and so government of Ghana through Parliament should have a control. Now I'm happy that the president. So yes, if government succeeded just getting the shipping lines to go by strictly by the laws, what it means is that this number of charges that being charging people with number of containers on one document would be thing of the past. And so if you were paying 10,000 times for 40 containers, like say 10 of them on one document, and today you pay only maybe 5,000 per face value or 10,000. You've made some savings of 9 containers. And so yes, this is going to help give morale, reduce the cost of doing business in the port. Then of course, large and buy will also extend to the consumer. So this will lead up to a total reduction of cost of price of goods and services in the market.
That was the Executive Secretary of the Importers and Exporters Association of Ghana, Samson Asaki Awingubit. Now, demand for treasury bills remained weak in the second week of July, with the treasury recording a 39.68% undersubscription. Latest data from the Bank of Ghana show that although the government targeted 7.52 billion Ghana cedis, it received total bids worth 4.53 billion Ghana cedis, missing its target by 2.98 billion Ghana cedis. Yields on short-term securities rose modestly, breaking a trend of consistent decline since February. The 91-day yield climbed by 9 basis points to 14.65%, while the 182-day edged up 1 basis point to 15.0% from 15.01%. The 364-day yield increased by 25 basis points to 15.41%. What might have accounted for the sudden shift in yields? Analysts believe the sudden uptick in yields may reflect market pushback on pricing amid high upcoming maturities.
The sudden uptick in yields reflects market's pushback on pricing and increased acceptance of some higher-priced investor bets on the part of the Treasury, given the relatively high upcoming maturity of about 7.26 billion. It is no secret the Treasury remains committed to cutting down costs by rejecting investments that exceed a certain price ceiling. However, in last week's auction, the increased uptick of some of these higher bets clearly indicated the Treasury had little choice. For example, the upper bound of bets allotted rate for the 182-day bill increased from some 15.3% to 15.5%, while the lower bound of the 364-day bill edged up from some 14.8% to 15%, clearly indicating that the Treasury had to give up some gains in yield compression to secure a certain amount that can support the payment of upcoming maturities.
Wilson Zelevu is an economist. Moving on, government is targeting a significant scale-up in share nut production to 400,000 metric tons annually with an estimated market value of $640 million. This forms part of the broader 24-hour economic policy aimed at enhancing productivity across key sectors. Currently, Ghana produces between 130,000 and 150,000 metric tons of share nuts annually, generating approximately $118 million. However, only 40% of the available share nut resource is recovered, leaving considerable untapped potential. Director of the Presidential Initiatives on Agriculture and Agribusiness, Dr. Peter Boamo-Tokuno, believes the implementation of the 24-hour economic policy and key interventions will significantly improve extraction rates and unlock greater value for the sector.
In 2023, Ghana was ranked as the top global exporter of shea butter and currently producing an estimated capacity of between 130,000 to 150,000 metric tons of shea nuts annually. This is valued at some $118 million. However, as we know and the story was earlier told, we are only able to recover 40% of these nuts. That means that if we put in more effort to recover more of these nuts, we would be able to significantly double, multiply these gains that we get from the shea nuts. However, with the introduction of the 24-hour economic policy, we are setting a new national ambition. By investing in modern processing facilities, mechanized harvesting, cold storage, and all-season logistics, we are confident Ghana can increase the shea nut production to 400,000 metric tons annually, valued at some $640 million. This is not just a projection. This is a practical possibility.
Dr. Peter Boamo-Tokuno is Director of Presidential Initiatives on Agriculture and Agribusiness. Now, micro, small and medium-sized enterprises, MSMEs in agribusiness space are being encouraged to shift their focus from concerns about limited capital to leveraging alternative resources such as time, skills and human capital to drive business growth. Speaking on the final day of the Agribusiness Launchpad and Accelerator Program organized by Impact Food Hub in Accra, the managing consultant at Venture Skill, Eko Mensah, urged MSMEs, particularly those in the food processing sector, to adopt a growth mindset. He emphasized the importance of rethinking the common belief that a lack of funding is a primary barrier to success.
Capital is money, and money is things that are with people, right? So then if you want money, you go to people who have the money with a solution to something that they need solution to. If it's an investment you need, you go to the investors and find out what is their requirements, what is the sector they want to invest in, and then how do you get your business to a point where it will be attractive to them to come and invest. If you want revenue, you have to know who you're serving, who is your target market, who needs that, and then how do you package it and make it available to them. So a lot of the time, startups say, hey, access to capital, they don't have money, they don't have the human capital and all that. But the truth is, it's not about the money you don't have. It's about the people who you don't know has the money.
Eko Mensah is the managing consultant at Venture Skill. Now, on the interbank market today, the dollar is going for 10 cedis 40 pesos, while the British pound is also going for 14 cedis 7 pesos, and the euro is going for 12 cedis 16 pesos. And that's all for the breakfast edition of the Citi Business News, proudly brought to you by MTN, Quell, and EcoBank. I'm Nashika Caesar. Many thanks for your company. Do have a great business day.
Charlie, where are you? Boss man, I'm at the bank.
Really?
but your car is in front of your house.
Bro, my bank on my phone, Charlie.
Oh, how?
EcoBank, bro. With EcoBank mobile app, I can do everything, anywhere, anytime. Listen, I just checked my account balance, paid Ahmed's school fees, and sent money to my grandma at Walwale.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Masa, just download the EcoBank mobile app from the Google Play Store or the App Store, or dial *770# and be your own bank manager.
Manager.
Whether to pay bills or fees, to check account statements, send money across Ghana, abroad, and more, EcoBank mobile app has got it covered. EcoBank Mobile, making everyday people live everyday lives the EcoBank way. EcoBank, the Pan-African bank.
Momo. It has made life happen in lots of good ways.
Mr. Kwanzaa, Minsaka insurance claim no.
It has put together beautiful weddings. It has filled the bellies of boys at their favorite watchy joint.
My guy, stop. Who they chop cancel these days?
It has made millions of businesses possible.
Minsaka no. We are back in business.
With just a few taps, money moves faster, easier, and safer. Momo understands the weight of your trust in us. We continuously enhance security with features like self-paying reset to help you protect your money. Momo will only call you with 0244 300,000. No MTN or Momo staff will call or ask for your PIN or one-time password. Do not transfer funds to anyone whose identity you have not verified. Do not approve any prompts you have not initiated. Momo, still Wunsaka.
The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
It's 13 after 7. Gabby Affairs in with kickoff our sports news segment on the City Breakfast Show, and that is proudly brought to you by Shell, Polytank, and Lesheho. In the meantime, the business news was brought to you by EcoBank, MTN.
You do me bad, then you know.
EcoBank says that if you have money emergency, let them come to your rescue. Do not panic. *770# is the emergency number to call. It will give you instant access to loans, funds transfer, utility payment, airtime, data purchase, and so much more, even if you do not have data. EcoBank will always come to your rescue, so dial *770# now for solutions to your money emergencies. EcoBank is the Pan-African bank. Now, have you ever thought about the true meaning of convenience? Well, let's keep it simple. Convenience is finding easy solutions to everyday hustle. Speaking of easy solutions, have you heard about M-Care from MTN and MedPharma? That's convenient healthcare for everyone. Being sick is no fun, and neither is waiting in long queues for healthcare. With M-Care, all that hassle disappears with the silver and gold packages. You get to choose between 10 Ghana cedis or 161 Ghana cedis per month and enjoy access to a doctor anytime, anywhere, and efficient e-pharmacy with medication delivered to your doorstep. It comes with life insurance cover for hospitalization and death, and health insurance depending on your package. Unbelievable, right? Now I ask you, what's more convenient than this? Download the MedPharma app to sign up to the silver or gold package today. How do you want your engine to feel this new way? Confident, protected, ready to perform? Then let's talk about Shell V-Power. Shell V-Power with Dynaflex technology, specially formulated to clean and protect your engine, giving it the boost that it needs. Fill up with Shell V-Power at a Shell service station near you and fuel performance, fuel confidence, and fuel protection over and over again. Shell, go well. Buy Polytank if you need to store water. This is Ghana. We all need to store some water every now and again. Polytank has been around for the last 3 decades. Trusted by all generations. Guaranteed quality is what you get, so make no mistakes. We're available at the same price across the country at Polytank partner shops. No matter the size, durability is always assured. Polytank, Papa no Ankasa. We do not request for payments online. Let's talk about financial peace. And anytime Gabi is in deep waters, he calls Nana or WhatsApp him on 02700 40799, 02700 40733. What that gives Gabi is reduced interest rates on all loans. So whether it's for his education, his rent, or unexpected expenses like what he had to expend this weekend, Lesheho always comes to his rescue. T's and C's apply. Let Lesheho improve life together with you. It's time for kickoff, people. Gabby Affairs next.
And he advances. PSG backtrack. Palmer, brilliant ball. 3-0.
Well, Ice Cold Palmer living up to his nickname in the Scorching Club World Cup final on Sunday, scoring twice in Chelsea 3-0 win over Paris Saint-Germain on another broiling day at MetLife Stadium. Chelsea are world champions and would hold on to that for the next 4 years. Reactions coming up. Plus this.
That's it. Janssen takes his piece of Wimbledon history. What a wonderful match.
All right, so Italy's Yannick Sinner beating defending champions Carlos Alcaraz 4-6, 6-4, 6-4, 6-4 to win his first Wimbledon title. All of that plus some updates from the ongoing 2024 WAFCON. Some countries already booked their place in the quarters. Ghana's Black Queens are in action later today. Thanks to Shao Gowo, Zonda JH, Politan Ghana, and Lachelle. Let's improve life. All right, so I'm Gabi Ofe. Let's start off with some women's football. In Ghana's Black Queens are in action later today against Tanzania in the final Group C game. That game will be played 7 p.m. Same time. We'll see South Africa also taking on Mali for the ongoing WAFCON in Morocco. Let's hear from Black Queens head coach Kinlas Bjørgren.
We're having a good feeling. Of course, we worked hard for the 3 points in the previous game, so we were a little bit disappointed with just 1 point. We think that we deserved more, but in the end of the day, the most important were probably to get at least 1 point. Now we have everything in our own hands and to make sure to win the game.
All right, so that's Black Queens head coach Kinlas Bjørgren speaking ahead of today's game against Tanzania at 7 p.m. Well, for new debutant Chantal Louise Boy Loka, she says the team has still got something to prove. She's confident that the team is high, and she hopes that the team can get some 3 points against Tanzania later tonight.
For me, my experience, it's a brand new experience. It's a different game to what I'm used to. There's a lot of talent, the heat as well. It's everyone knows the heat's hard. But I'm taking it in my stride. I'm still putting my feet on the ground. You still haven't seen nothing what I can bring, to be honest. And hopefully in the games that I can be myself, I'll be more settled. I can help the team get to where we want to be. We keep pushing and we see what happens. As I keep saying, the confidence is high.
All right, so that's Black Queens forward Chantal Louise Boy Loka speaking there. Well, staying with the Black Queens, then former coach Mercy Tegokwaku says winning the trophy is the ultimate for Ghana's national women's team. Now, part of the squad that went to Abeokuta for the maiden edition, she says she understands the pain of these players as their preparations are all for nothing if they do not win the title.
Winning the trophy is the ultimate in terms of outcome. So if you are not able to win the trophy, trust me, it hurts a lot. It's like your ambition has been defeated. You all go in there with the aim of winning the ultimate. So if you are not able to win the ultimate, when you cast your mind back, the preparation, everything that went into your preparation towards the outcome, and you've not been able to win a cup, it hurts.
All right, so that's our former Black Queens head coach Mercy Tegokwaku speaking there. Away from women's football, let's get to the Gbese Mancha Peace Cup, which will be played on August 17 between Accra Heart of Oak and Pando Heart of Lions. And the GFA has approved that game scheduled to be played at the Accra Sports, and then the GFA expects both clubs to comply with all regulations and ensure a smooth and successful event. Well, in Europe, this happened last night.
Very proud, very happy for the players. What a moment. Club World Cup, we won this competition and we are very, very happy.
How did it feel to lift the trophy there, surrounded by your coaching staff, surrounded by your friends?
No, yeah, it's been a lovely journey, through all the season. In this competition, we went, group stage, and then another game, another one. And today, I think, the performance was top against a top opposite.
All right, so that's Chelsea boss Enzo Maresca speaking after his side left to the Club World Cup. Very elated after his side beat Paris Saint-Germain by 3-0. Cole Palmer with a brace and João Pedro with a third goal to win the title for Chelsea, and the first edition, the newly revamped Chelsea, will be champions for the next 4 years. But let's take a listen to Chelsea's man of the match, Cole Palmer.
Good feeling. Yeah, man, it's good.
Can you put it into words, that journey for you to where you are stood now, at the top of world football?
Yeah, it's been a difficult month. It's been a long month, but it's all worth it for moments like this.
Can you talk to us about that team chemistry, that team camaraderie, being able to celebrate up there? Special moment.
Yeah, special moment. That's why we play football, for days like this. Everyone doubted us, but we've shown it.
How much did you enjoy those 2 goals as well?
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
All right, so that's Chelsea's match winner, or man of the match, Cole Palmer, speaking there. Well, FIFA President Gianni Infantino had some words to say after the conclusion of the FIFA Club World Cup in the USA.
What an incredible adventure, wasn't it, Dilette? I mean, full stadiums today again, incredible matches, great emotions, the fans joyful, happy from all over the world. I mean, fantastic. The Club World Cup has been an incredible success. As I say, maybe or probably certainly a new era, the golden era of global club football has started.
All right, so that's FIFA President Gianni Infantino speaking there. Well, let's wrap up with some tennis. In the Wimbledon men's singles, Jannik Sinner overcame 2-time defending champion Carlos Alcaraz in 4 sets. That's 4-6, 6-4, 6-4. 6-4 to claim his first Wimbledon title. Let's hear from the Italian after the latest one.
Yeah, it's a new tournament, new chances, new challenges. You have one opponent at a time, so very happy about today. And obviously, I try to keep going, try to enjoy, to play here. If you don't enjoy to play on these courts, I don't know where you're gonna enjoy. So I'm very happy to be here, and let's see what's coming.
All right, so that's the men's champion for the Wimbledon title, the men's singles, Jannik Sinner beating Carlos Alcaraz. On Saturday, women's singles went to Iga Swiatek. She made history with a stunning double win over Amanda Anisimova, 6-love to win that competition. And that's the very latest in the world of sports. For more, you can head to citysportsonline.com and on X at City Sports JJ. Kickoff was proudly brought to you by Show Go Walls under JH Politan Ghana and Lasheho. Let's improve life. I am Gabi Ofer. Enjoy the rest of your day. Do take care of yourself, and bye-bye.
If you need unique services, innovative financial solutions, we deliver on our promise, cause we are number one. Let's share go, we improve your life. Even when you're stuck with nothing, no matter your situation, let's share go, we improve your life. Let's share go, we improve your life. Polytech is everywhere, durable and authentic. Stronger brand.
Polytank, the original, always the best.
Do you ever wonder how your car's engine is doing as you drive?
Not often.
Does it feel confident and protected, or is it tired and struggling?
I have a busy schedule, so I leave matters of my engine to Shell V-Power. With Shell V-Power, you can feel confident because it is the best ever fuel designed for performance and efficiency. Shell V-Power removes performance-robbing deposits, so you can feel protected.
Fill up with Shell V-Power at a Shell service station near you. Feel confidence, feel protection, and feel performance over and over again with Shell V-Power. Fuel the feeling with Shell V-Power. Go well.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
Auntie can cook.
Me DJ Nanama McBrown. But dead spices here what Jenny say. Nanya good taste. If we say yeah the natural spices and I you want all purpose, stew, noodles, curry and nutmeg and a jollof. Dead spices. Taste yummy. Taste lemon. Dead spices. Taste gay inside. FDI a good in Kratuya too.
Charlie, Chairman is still not here. What at all could be the issue? Calm down. I'm sure you'll be here soon. Oh, guys, sorry I'm late. Go tip up me for road. Sake of my insurance expire. Some long issue, Charlie. Chairman Pan. Hey, you make what Bob you sake of you forget to renew your car insurance when you can get your car insurance sticker instantly on Hubtel. And best of all, you can set a reminder to renew. Simple matter. Just install the app, enter your car number, and oh la la! Your instant insurance sticker is there. Oh really? Make I do am now before I forget. But Edemu, Charlie, see. Edemu, insurance sticker need Edemu one time. I can even renew it every month. Wow, Charlie. As for this one today, as usual, the sitting is on me.
Visit hubtel.com/app to download your Hubtel app and set a reminder to renew your car insurance today. Hubtel is everything you.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Where do your hopes and dreams take flight? The money you've earned, the future shining bright. At Petra, we're not just here for your retirement plan. We are here for the life you've imagined and then some. From your child's education to your dream home's door, we'll help you achieve what you're striving for. Petra is here, steady and strong. Your wealth in safe hands, where it belongs. With investments that grow at rates that compete, we build your future with every heartbeat. That's Petra, your partner. Come joy or strife, guiding you toward the dreams that define your life. For your pensions, investments, loans, and more, visit our website at petraonline.com. or dial *447 *70#. Petra, achieve more.
Looking for a burst of flavor in every sip? Discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. Enjoy the classic Piva cola flavor, perfect fit anytime. How about a fruity adventure? Try our delightful Piva orange fruit drink packed with recognized citrus flavor. Craving something exotic? Our Piva cocktail fruit drink brings the tropics to you. For a sweet and juicy treat, grab our grapefruit drink and don't miss out on the refreshing Piva tangerine fruit drink, bursting with tangerine flavor. Piva cola, Piva orange, Piva cocktail, Piva grape, Piva tangy. Grab yours today. Available now at your local store. Call us on 055-00-32231. Piva, a taste you love. This advert is FDA approved.
P for Piva.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Sitting in the morning sun and watching all the birds passing by.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
They sing and oh how much I wish that I could fly. And I tried. I said I tried. I tried. I really tried. Tried. But I got to pick myself up. Dust myself off. Start all over again. I got to pick myself up and dust myself off. Start all over again. Sitting in the midday sun and wondering where my meal's coming from. After working so hard, not even piece of bread I mean, yeah. And I said I tried. Oh Lord, I tried. Said I tried. I really tried. But I got to pick myself up.
City 97.3. More variety.
Start all over again. I got to pick myself up and dust myself off, I said, and I start all over. Sitting in the evening sun and watching the same birds passing by. Sitting there wondering and waiting for the time for me to fly. And I tried. I said I tried. Good Lord, I tried. I really tried. But I got to pick myself up and dust myself off.
7:35 City Breakfast Show, Monday the 14th of July. Lots of birthday celebrations this morning. Some coming in from yesterday and many more today. So yesterday was the birthday of Evelyn Abena Safwa Asari Aye Kwanzi of GCB Bank Customer Service Department. From your husband, siblings and children, Baba and Fifi, we wish you long life and happiness. And also to my beautiful wife, Mrs. Eva Ejari Metal of 37 Military Hospital. From your husband, Frederick Ejari Metal in UK Middlesbrough and the kids. Yesterday also happened to be the birthday of Eli Klim Apetogbo, who is the chief executive of the IPP Chamber. And to a remarkable leader and a friend, today we celebrate you, Lieutenant Colonel Gershon Gameli Klu America, a man of wisdom and grace and purpose. From your family, friends, colleagues, cheers to life, impact and legacy. To my husband, Dr. Alexander Eko Asma, Director, SIP Heritage Christian University, a blessed birthday. Keep making us proud. From wife Juliet and the boys, to Jasmine Odoy of Strategy, Risk and Transactions Department, and Augustine Carr of Technology and Transformation Department, Deloitte. Belated birthday to Diana Mobila and Ida Crown of Audit and Assurance Department, and Nanaya Ofuri of Tax and Regulatory. This is all from your country managing partner, Deloitte, Daniel Kojo Owusu. Kindly wish my son Yanis Nia J. Akosen a happy 20th. He's celebrating his 20th today. From your father Lawrence. And to Wilhelmina Ekia and Chiwaiwa, from your parents Mr. and Mrs. Samuelewa, and your siblings Nanaya Odion Eliana. Happy birthday to Kwame Asari, financial assistant at FSRP, aka Ohiniba, aka Oboy Siki, from the management and staff of FSRP. Wishing also BB Bingab. Yesterday was your birthday. You share a birthday with Samens, as does Maximus Ametogo. Happy birthday to you, bro. Belated. BB Bingab, who's for many years at UEW. Mrs. Sarah Mboachi Dankwa, happy birthday from Dr. Palgrave, Rev. Ruth, Steve, Didi, CJ, and all of us. May God bless you abundantly. This is coming in from your husband, Palgrave, to you, Sarah Mboachi Dankwa. And of course, yesterday was the MD's birthday, Samolata Mensa. We're celebrating the whole week.
Come on.
The man whose leadership makes us better.
Yes, sir.
Great stuff coming in from the team. And don't forget that the literacy challenge is on with 2 more weeks to go. If you're a student aged between 11 and 15 years, both inclusive. If you're ready to write, think, and analyze your way into the hearts and minds, this is your time to be part of the Literacy Challenge 2025. We have 3 levels. The first is an essay competition with a topic in not less than 600 words. Discuss the effects of climate change on agriculture in Ghana. What challenges do these effects have on individuals, families, communities, and the country? And suggest practical solutions to help us mitigate these challenges. Write this with your hand, submit it to us at the front desk of Citi or Channel 1, or mail to PO Box GP 14123 Accra Central. If you make it to level 2, you will take part in an aptitude test and then a final level for a quiz competition. The Literacy Challenge is powered by Citi FM and supported by Channel 1 TV, sponsored by Bell Moo and GB Assessment.
Try to do what I do, I'm the toughest.
Couple of things to look at this morning. Very, very troubling scenes from Ablekuma North, a by-election leading to violence again, adding to the sordid history of by-elections or rerun polls that have become very problematic indeed, from Woolensey to Akwetia to Ayawaso West Wogon, and now this one. Now, stakeholders are calling for concerted effort and action between the Electoral Commission, political parties, and civil society and the security agencies to nip this craziness in the bud. What else can we say?
Don't be bad-minded.
We'll bring you some quick insights on that on the show today.
And there'll be no fuss or fight.
Couple of comments coming in this morning. Bernard and team, please help me wish Major Keto of the 48th Engineers Regiment of the Ghana Armed Forces a happy birthday. May grace, mercy, and favor find him. He's always glued to your show and everything City. From Midoli to Major Keto of the 48th Engineers Regiment. Good morning, Bernard. The traffic light at Dance Bar at Abraka Samsung hasn't been functioning for like a year, which causes accidents like 3 times a week. This is Ruben. Wow. Yeah, I know that the Samsung traffic light for the past years never worked and apparently causes an accident 3 times a week. Speaking of which, it's one thing to contact us via WhatsApp and SMS to raise an issue, but citizenship is much more than doing this. So some people have done a study to show that to be an effective citizen, there are about 4 things you need to do. You need to take part in political action. You need to join other people to raise an issue. But you also need to be an activist. That means participating in a protest. So being a citizen is not just voting or joining others to raise an issue or contacting local government councillor or your MP or traditional leader. But protest is also part of citizenship. And let me tell you something. Only 5% of Ghanaians participated in the protest in the past year. 24% did not protest but would if they had a chance. 70% said they would never participate in a protest. This is from the Afrobarometer latest round, which covered many countries. Now, I'm raising this because there was a big fuss about a demonstration that was to have happened over the weekend on Saturday, the 12th of July. We did give some airtime to that issue, the very troublesome Pokwase in Sawam Road with over 15 communities. We have a WhatsApp group of more than how many people, Caleb?
1,200. So there are two different WhatsApp groups.
Mhm.
There are two different WhatsApp groups. So put together, people in excess of 1,200 who are together
Mhm.
on that page, who constantly are updating each other or themselves on the traffic route, where is best and all of that. So
Mhm.
having coalesced these efforts over the period, then
Mm.
they felt that there was a need to bring some pressure to bear on the government so that it does something to, as it were, make the road more motorable, and then
Mhm.
also complete it within time. As we spoke to the conveners for the protest, remember last week,
Mhm.
we did speak to them. Now the president also, ahead of the protest, did mention that protest, which gave the protest a lot of mileage. So even before they had embarked on the protest, the president, in his interaction with the Council of State, if I remember correctly,
He made reference to their
made
grievances.
reference to their grievances. That tells you that as a media, we are giving their planned protest a lot of mileage.
Mhm.
So the next thing everyone expected was that then the people who are so badly affected by the situation would then pour out onto the street and really make their concerns heard,
Mhm.
as it were. But events from the weekend will prove that the people didn't really show up as was expected. Some even think that the police officers who offered them protection outnumbered the protesters.
We'll talk about that. Umar Sanda Amadu was there. I'll probably put him on to talk about this. First things, we need to commend those who organized the protest. At least they were there. They showed up. Some people showed up to protest, and a lot of people who were driving around kind of agreed with the protesters. But to think of the importance of the road and the level of coverage it had gotten, you can say we shouldn't measure a protest by the numbers, but still, I think the people who live from this community, from Pokwase to Fise to all these areas, should take a hard look at themselves, Francisca, right? Because with all the noise we made for them, I feel like they should have shown up a bit more. You know, I feel like they should have shown up a bit more.
I think indeed we gave them the voice. We gave premium to their voice. Let them express themselves. And as Caleb was saying, they got even the attention of the president, and the roads minister did a press conference, brought in contractors to talk about a number of roads, including this particular stretch. And so, and we also understand that they have created a number of WhatsApp platforms calling themselves, is it traffic watchers, discussing among themselves on the platforms alternative viable routes because of the difficulty they encounter. I would believe, Caleb, that there would have been a number of or several announcements that would have been put on these WhatsApp platforms ahead of the planned protest. And given the complaints we heard from the people there themselves, the description of the discomfort they go through on a daily basis, indeed you would have expected to see massive numbers. And like you said, you don't judge a demonstration by numbers, but given the magnitude of the problem, and that, I mean, the effect was ubiquitous. Everybody everywhere on that stretch felt it. You would have expected thousands, to say the least. But the Afrobarometer report you just read, you said that 5% of the population or the people they interviewed attend some of these protests or have attended.
The past year, although 24% said they would.
And
5% attended a demo in the past year, but 24% said they would if they had a chance. So let's say
71% said they would never.
So
that's serious.
But the point is that means at least 30% want to go. You know, and for me,
but that desire is not tangible. It's not properly measured because it could be for the social desirability of it, because they're being asked, they're saying it, but they genuinely probably will be part of the 71%.
Let's speak to Umaru Sanda Amadu, who covered this protest march, for his assessment and what he saw. Sanda, I saw you on television. Indeed, I think it was live Saturday around I'm not sure it was 12 or 2 o'clock, where you were on YouTube leading these protesters. From the way the camera was, they didn't look that many. So you just tell me how many people turned up for this protest and what you made of it, Sander.
Thank you, Bernard. Good morning. Indeed, I was there on Saturday. Based on everything you discussed with this group known as the Sawam traffic watchers on the radio for the past few weeks, and all the issues they raised, we as a media house believe that this is a story worth telling. So Saturday dawn, I had to leave and go to Amataman, and the part of the capital I live. I'd had to do that long journey because, of course, we have to tell their story for them, for the Channel 1 newsroom, and also for our Citi FM platform. Now, then the news team, using our office vehicle, was expecting that we'll be caught up in traffic because, of course, the numbers would be huge. Over 1,000 people, you can imagine what would happen on that main road. And typically, these demonstrators may block roads, even though they promise that they would not. Unfortunately, Bernard, when they told us their converging point is Sansan Junction, we drove all the way to Sansan Junction, got to the end, and there was nobody on the street. So we kept asking Okada riders, they said there's a demonstration happening. Where is it happening? A lot of them are saying, no, they are not aware of any demonstration. Eventually, we called one of the organizers, and he said, we have gone past them. So I said, how could we have gone past demonstrators without noticing? So we had to do a U-turn and came all the way to Tapema. And when we got to Tapema, Bernard, honestly, we missed them because the numbers were not that many. Because for you to have missed a demonstration, it means the number is probably very, very insignificant. Now, you would mistake them for a keep fit goers, just doing their usual Saturday morning jogging. The only difference is a sheer number of police officers that were with these demonstrators. Bernard, I could say that the number of police personnel on the ground that day were more than 30. Now, they had about 6 police vehicles, including the water cannon for dispersing violent crowds. They even had that vehicle that they used to shoot the tear gas from. I don't know what it is called. Now, they also had their divisional commander. And Bernard, for a divisional commander herself to be on the ground, it means that they anticipated that this would be a huge demonstration. So the divisional commander herself was on the ground with all this battalion of policemen. There was also the ambulance service with a full ambulance that was following these protesters. And all of them were there to ensure that the demonstration would be peaceful, and in the event that someone may fall ill or anything, they will be taken care of. Clearly, the police were very ready. Unfortunately, the demonstrators were not that many. Honestly, I would say to you that the demonstrators were less than the number of police people on the ground. But they were very poised, and they were doing what they had to do, having marched from Samsung Junction all the way to...
Credit to you, you gave them the coverage, and I noticed that a number of people who are in motion, either in trucks or trotros, who saw you on the way, were sympathetic to the demonstration, which means that the demonstration could have been popular if better organized. Most people on the road said they agree with the protesters, right?
So it tells you that the core of the demonstration or the message of the demonstration is not lost on anyone on that road. And from what I have heard and seen from some of the people who spoke to me, who are not part of the demonstrators, if they knew about this, they would have joined. For instance, there's a woman who stopped us just before Sapema, and she sells cocoa porridge by the road. And she said, now, no, they haven't been told. No one has come around to tell them that we are doing a demonstration. Then there was a trotro driver who paused in the middle of the road and made me interview him and all the passengers on board. There was a trailer driver who stopped with his mate, and they made me climb the top of the trailer to talk to them. And they said to me that this road is a bad situation, and they really would want to be part of the demonstration if they knew about it. So it tells you that the organizers may have planned this demonstration without necessarily doing the boot work or the ground work. maybe they elevated the communication to social media platforms and traditional media platforms without necessarily doing community engagement. That is the sense I get. I spoke to Cardinal. Cardinal is Nana Yaokesi. He's a journalist with Peace FM. He hosts a morning show. Cardinal was the one who was leading this group, holding a microphone, chanting along from that stretch, from Samsung Junction all the way to Amasama. And he's doing this with Odia Hinkai Kwame Yeboah, another journalist with Peace FM, both of them being with the Despite Media Group. And I said to them that, listen, you have put together a demonstration like this. How come you don't have the numbers? And they said to me, well, we don't have to have the numbers to tell the story that we want to tell. For them, they believe that the platform that we have provided, GBC was there, Despite Media was there, we were there. The multimedia group also have covered this story. So they said that based on this, for them, they believe they have sold their message, and that is what is essential. And they couldn't be bothered about numbers. In fact, we do know, too, that numbers may not necessarily be the only way to, or yardstick for measuring demonstrators. But if you had the numbers, the impact will be felt. However, the Member of Parliament, despite all of this, made time to come and meet them to receive their petition. And that, again, is a big deal. For the Member of Parliament, and he was dressed in black, and the presumption is that he possibly was at a funeral or on the way to a funeral, but still came to meet them and give them the assurances that he would make sure his colleague Member of Parliament, who is also Minister for Roads, gets to hear about this. And he said he has consistently been raising this issue, and he would continue to raise it. The demonstrators are saying, listen, we know you are fixing the road, but the delay is too much. And the fact that the contractors are absent is a big issue. So they want a simple thing. Kindly water the road for us. At least, if you can't finish tarring the road, just water the road so that the dust that is killing us would stop. And that is their simple message that I noticed from the demonstrators on Saturday morning. So the numbers may not have been impressive, but they think they have been able to sell their story.
Obviously, we give them a lot of media coverage, which raises the issue to a national level. I need to say, though, that this is not strange, because I think sometime last year, people who live around the community 25 stretch, Dowenya Pram Pram, also held a certain protest, and they weren't that many. If you compare the people who turn up for that protest to the number of people who reach out to us every day complaining about that road, maybe Ghanaians simply prefer venting than really following through with boots on the ground, right? They feel like if they've spoken to a media person and they've let people hear their voice, that's enough. They don't think they need to hit the street again. And there isn't really a protest culture. I don't know. Because the government, the police didn't even prevent them actively for you to even think there will be danger. Because from the way the protest was being organized, it looked like they and the police had already had an agreement. So it wasn't like we are going to Flagstaff House, police say don't come or something. Which for me reveals that maybe Ghanaians don't, because the platform has more than 1,000 people, right? So if the number of people who are on the platform talking every day decide that they won't show up for the demo, then basically the understanding of citizenship is also a problem, right?
Well, the police were very well prepared and were ready to give them all the support. In fact, I said to you that the divisional commander herself was there. In fact, I remember after the end of the demonstration, when the protesters dispersed, the police were still on the ground, and I was there doing some other interviews and doing other reports. The divisional commander sent one of her lieutenants to come and ask me why I was still around and whether there was any assistance I needed from them. And I said, no, I'm okay. And she said she wanted to be sure everybody goes home peacefully before she and her men leave the place. And I said, no, don't worry about me. We are doing our own other side work, so you can please disperse. And that was when she asked her troop to disperse. So the police did not have any problem with them.
Sandra, I think we just missed you there. If you can, I don't know. We just lost Umar Sandra there, but I feel the point is well made. And for me, I think you can comment but also criticize, right? I agree with the people who organized the demonstration that it was a necessary demonstration to organize, in the sense that you need to raise awareness about this very important issue. But I feel like people who live from Pokwase, all these places you listed, they need to take a hard look at themselves, right? Because somebody has taken the trouble to organize a group and to say let's reach out to media, let's talk to police, let's organize a protest. The least you can do as a resident who is aware is to attend. Now, we can say some were not aware. All right? Those who were not aware, clearly, they spoke to Sanda on the way that they didn't know. But there were a lot who knew. You know, Sanda, you are wrapping up that the police... Yeah, no, we have a challenge with Sanda. I'm saying that the people who live on that stretch, who were aware of the demonstration, but chose to do their own private work, I think it's not the best thing to do. Because what you are doing is you are basically sending a signal to duty bearers that Ghanaians are not serious when they say they will protest. You get it? Now, I'm not trying to mobilize anger against a government, but the President of the Republic even acknowledged that people wanted to demonstrate because of the road. And he directed his road minister to do specific things because he knew that that was a legitimate cause. Now, some could say maybe because of the assurances of the president, he didn't demonstrate. But if that was the case, then maybe he should have called it off. Yeah. But to the extent that they said they were going to do it, and all these guys on the platform, I don't think that's how to be a citizen, honestly.
So you have about 1,200 people on the page, and then as part of, because I'm there, I've been observing.
I'm also there.
Yeah, you notice that they try to even raise funds to support the demonstrations for water, emergencies, and all of that.
Yeah.
125 people donated money.
125.
Yeah, I think they had a budget about 10K. They managed to exceed that.
Yeah.
But even if the number of people who donated showed up, that would have been more than what we saw on TV.
Yeah.
Because anyone with a trained eye who watched the report could tell that the cameras had zoomed in on the people.
There were not that many.
There were not many. You get it? But then again, I mean, if you have really, if you look at the scale of the protest and the demonstration, this is a road that every day gets a mention. Yeah. When it gets really bad, it gets mentions, and there is some sort of responsiveness.
Yeah.
You've seen the minister visit the place in the early hours of his appointment and all those things. Yeah. Try to get the contractor to get things, and we are often on the contractors. We get updates from the contractors and all of that.
Yeah.
Do you get me? And then if the president also comes to say that, guys, we are going to release 4 billion by the end of the month because roads are important, and look, in Saman Pokwasi, people are even going to organize a protest again. It dampens the intensity of the demonstration.
Maybe.
But the valid point to be made here is that really for middle class neighborhoods, where you're trying to organize and coalesce people around things,
it's very difficult.
If it's not religious or political, people hardly show up.
That's true, and which also takes us to a quick point. We can criticize political parties for a lot of things, like even what happened at Ablekuma North. But I'll tell you this, that they are good at organizing people.
Yeah.
They do the hard work of organizing. And leading is not just talking and writing, it's also being on the ground. And the political parties know how to do this. They will go from door to door, they will meet the people, they will go to the market. I always tell you, they are the only people who go to the villages, they go to the funerals, they meet the people, right? And middle class people need to really think about what they want to achieve for Ghana. Because we always say, oh, Ghana, things are not well. We'll not take our kids to the schools. We'll go to private school. We'll do this, we'll do that. The people who, you can't say you care about a country more than a politician who is there every day with the people. You get it? Because you have your idea about how things should go. And therefore, from the outside, you say the political parties are not doing well. But when the time comes for you to prove your commitment, you are not there. The politician will go. He will go there. He will be there for their funeral. He will be there for their outdooring. He will go there and talk to them even when it rains. So we shouldn't dismiss their influence and say, well, the political parties, they don't mean well for Ghana. NDC, MPP, every time they are causing confusion. Look at Ablekuma North and the thing they are doing. Well, it's because you decide to stay away.
Can I just
go
quickly,
ahead.
I agree with both of you talking about this being a huge disappointment, because it would have been a golden opportunity for them to, present what would have been ideal civic responsibility. But that notwithstanding, I just want to move to the flip side and maybe ask a genuine question that given the mountain and growing problems in this country, from roads to traffic lights to people on the streets, could it be that there's a certain fatigue, that citizens and in particular, those residents also feel if you talk about a particular problem non-stop several times and there really isn't any action, what at best you get is promises and assurances. There could be a certain fatigue on their part.
Well, we can take comments on that. That's a very important point. Time check is 2 minutes past 8. City Breakfast Show. Let's bring you second social media trends.
It's brought to us by Telecel and First Bank Ghana. First Bank Ghana is embarking on the junior internship program. It is back. It's here to inspire the next generation. This long vacation, you enroll your children or wards in the First Bank Ghana junior internship program for an unforgettable learning and work-life experience through internship, mentorship, and counseling. It's running from Monday, July 14 to Friday, September 12th. And here's how the enrollment process goes. Sign up your child or ward for the Kids First account. Is designed for children up to 12, or the Me First account crafted for those between 10 to 14. Then you apply for the First Bank Ghana Junior Internship Program. 5 exciting days of learning experience at any bank branch is what they get. They'll receive a certificate along with products from Gino, Kivo, Top Pharmacy, Awake, Kiki, and Pepsodent, and then they stand a chance of winning an attractive cash prize after an essay writing competition. So call 0596 921 921. Email firstsolutions@firstbankgroup.com. All the products they will get are proud to be associated with this, together with the Ghana National Council of Private Schools.
So Edwin Kwakofi is here with the segment. Hello, Edwin.
Hello, Bernard. Good morning to everyone.
Morning.
So the trends are very sports heavy, but before I get to that, there was one particular trend that was very much on top of issues from Friday all the way through the weekend. It was only taking off because of the sports trends, and that's Hawakumsen. So on Friday we had the rerun of the parliamentary polls in Ablekuma North in about 19 polling stations, and unfortunately one polling station in particular, the process devolved into chaos with the former MP for Ewutu Senya East, Hawakumsen, attacked. That attack was captured on our cameras. Very despicable. Since then, there's been a lot of talk on social media. People are trying to justify the attack. Unfortunately, others are saying that this shouldn't happen ever in an elections in a democracy. So many levels to it. The former Vice President Dr. Baumia, has visited her and promised justice however long it takes. The videos of some NDC and government officials reacting to the incident has also gained some prominence on social media.
It's in really bad taste.
Very bad taste.
For a government official to see an attack on a political figure or a human being and then justify it and say that it doesn't make sense
at all. And
it's terrible.
One of the justifications was that she sprayed mace or pepper spray at her would-be attackers, and that's why they went at her. But and why did she take the pepper spray there in the first place? And I can't understand it, because a lot of women I know carry pepper spray around
as a means of defense.
As a means of defense, even when they are going to somewhere they don't expect to face danger, and they carry it along. It's become one of the accessories. So that is justification I cannot accept. So
what are the comments more on the condemnation of her or on the defense of her, or split?
It's actually split. It's quite mixed. There's pro-government leaning accounts on social media that are supporting the action because they believe that she also presided over or supervised the attacks on some political opponents when she was MP and when she was vying for a position. Those who are more critical of whatever the government are saying that was unacceptable. Even the neutrals are leaning towards the unacceptable route, because they can't understand why somebody
common sense must prevail in these matters. This is completely unacceptable and should be roundly condemned. You cannot watch this video and in good sense justify it. I think we should not let politics take over our reasoning. This is completely unacceptable. Let's go on.
Absolutely. So the next thing that's trending, still heavy news, Muhammadu Buhari, who passed away yesterday, or the information came out that he passed away yesterday. The former military general, he died at 82, and he made history as the first opposition leader to beat an incumbent president in office in 2015, defeating Goodluck Jonathan to become Nigerian president. So tributes pouring in, condolences. So move to more light-hearted news. And over the weekend and even today, Esther Smith and Nathaniel Bassey are trending.
Is it?
Because a Twitter user, George Gann, posted, let's say you are in a 4-hour drive and you can only listen to one gospel artist. Who would it be?
Wow.
So Esther Smith was one of the names that came out. Most people talking about her and her music and her impact in the gospel music.
You know the funny
industry.
thing? I was on a drive from the eastern region to Accra on Friday, and the driver was playing Esther Smith back to back.
Wow.
From around the Edukrom all the way to Adenta.
Esther Smith has some.
I didn't know she had that many songs.
She has so many good songs.
Yeah.
And when we're young, at almost all our days and kids functions and all, Esther Smith's songs.
But Bassey is also not. Bassey is also great.
Bassey is solid.
So why don't you just play both?
They say you can only listen to one.
I'll listen to both. Why can't I listen to one? I have different tools that can allow me to listen to all.
Okay, now we move on to the Club World Cup. Chelsea are the world champions.
I thought you would have said it's enough for the day.
Oh no. We have to talk about it. So it thrashed PSG 3-0.
Charlie,
a lot of people expected the scoreline to go the other way, but Chelsea.
Let me ask you a personal question.
Yes.
Did you expect this result?
I expected Chelsea to win. I didn't expect the result.
You expected Chelsea to win?
Yes, and I made it clear.
How did you expect Chelsea to win?
And I made it clear on Sports Panorama. I made it clear on Traffic Avenue. It's
you
not just that.
Bernard, you walk alone.
No, just explain to me. Is it like, because from every objective analysis of the build-up, no, if you were a betting man, would you have put your money on Chelsea?
Yes, I would have put my money on Chelsea.
Are you kidding me?
Look, PSG were obviously favourites. All the stats pointed in their direction, and they had been brilliant throughout the tournament. But Chelsea had also made it to the final for a reason. They were just 3 or 2 goals behind PSG in the number of goals scored this season. And I think they have quality players that match up to PSG.
Okay.
Even though they may not have shown it over the
So you don't think
last
PSG
couple
just
of
had a
years.
bad day?
No. I think
Chelsea played.
PSG were outplayed, and their strengths were neutralized by Chelsea and Enzo Maresca's tactics.
Really?
Yeah, I think you go throughout the
Wow.
squad. Chelsea have really good players that match
Even
up
the
to
Chelsea
PSG.
goalkeeper was exceptional that day.
He was
He's usually mistakes prone. I was like, this guy, he looks like some other keeper.
That's what a final does to
Oh my
players,
God.
certain players. You bring out the best or the worst
Wow.
in you, and they brought out the best.
So Chelsea fans will not let us sleep for the next 4 years.
People were claiming that Nuno Mendes was going to box it,
In fact, somebody said Chelsea were
All
just
the
showing
goals
up
came from
because
beside.
somebody said Chelsea will have to play because they have to show up to play because they knew they were going to lose.
Yeah, I mean, well, we didn't have anything to lose, right? We didn't have anything to lose.
That's why you
But
got
there
off
was so
again.
much
I
disrespect
thought you said
for
you
us.
had stopped supporting football. You told me that you had left football.
No,
Now you are back.
No, not that. I was.
You had lost interest.
I was yes. I was
So your interest
investing
is
my
back.
Emotions, my heart.
You are
Charlie,
a
the
circumstantial
doctor said
supporter.
don't for me. So
So you support only when you win.
Not that. No, I always even when they are playing it, I don't want to watch.
You'll be smiling small.
I'll be smiling small.
So Chelsea made about $129 million from the competition, from winning the competition.
Wow.
So that's why they took part in it. President Trump, the US President Trump, was trending because
Is he a Chelsea fan now?
Well, he likes Cole Palmer, and he refused to leave the stage when Chelsea were celebrating the trophy. Even when the players were a little surprised by it, he said no. He wanted to be part of.
He likes Cole Palmer.
Yes, he wanted to be part of that celebration. Thames is trending because she performed in the halftime show. Ghanaians are saying that we don't get to see a lot of Ghanaians performing at these high-profile sports shows because recently Davido performed at the 2022 World Cup final, Burna Boy in the 2023 Champions League final, then Burna Boy, Rema, and Thames at the halftime show of the 2023 NBA All-Star Game. So the Nigerian artists are making it big. The Ghanaians are being left
I think
out.
we need Stoneboy and the rest of the squad in there. Kojo Entry, Dan Lumba. I mean, all these big shots we have.
Yeah.
And my man, Jedu Bleambule. I mean,
Yeah, funny.
we need them playing.
All right, let's get tech news.
Tech news. So some clarification for Ghanaian content creators. A lot of people create content for YouTube. So there was some misinformation regarding a YouTube partner policy recently that was supposed to take effect tomorrow, July 15. So it said that Real Voices only content with real voices and not AI voices will generate revenue. So YouTube intended to demonetize or all the content that used AI voice. YouTube has come out to say that's not true, and that it's not a new policy that they are introducing, that it's just their update to a repetitious content guidelines. So they are saying that only content that it's not repetitious, like you don't constantly post the same video all the time hoping to get extra revenue from it. You are not going to get that anymore. And that if you use AI content, you can be eligible for monetization, but you need to declare that it's AI content, and it has to make a difference from the original content that has been produced. So content creators, you need to take notice of YouTube's policy, because there are some changes that might affect you if this is what you are engaged in.
Wonderful.
And then quickly though, over the last couple of days, I've seen very chilling videos of posters, funeral, how do they call seculars? That's how we call it in our local language. Obituaries. Yeah. Of the person, the dead, talking.
The image speaking. Yeah, that's what the High Street Journal did.
Exactly. I mean,
so now AI generated.
Yes. So the person who is the departed person,
and they add their voice to it. For what purpose?
If you see real time video of the person talking,
why,
and inviting you
to his funeral. What is this?
With the greatest respect, I think that is unethical.
Hey,
it's so chilling
for you to believe that the dead person is calling you to their funeral.
To their funeral. I think we are doing so many things, and people are calling it, funeral tourism and all kinds of things. No. I think we should draw the line somewhere. And
they are using AI to generate the.
This is a conversation that has been going on throughout media, because deceased actors, deceased musicians, their likeness are being reproduced in digital form. There was a concert a number of years ago with Tupac Shakur, a completely digital version of him. I think they did so with Michael Jackson as well, and in movies as well. Actors' voices, their images are being reproduced for future content. Sometimes it's done with the consent of their estate and their family, but other times it's not. So it's raised a lot of questions there.
Well, you are the AI man, so you need to tell us what to do.
Listen, guys. One day, an old lady inherited a huge sum of money. Her family worried about how to break the good news to her. They feared that the sudden good news might give her a heart attack, and so they decided the family doctor, who was experienced in delivering such news, should be the one to tell her. And when he did, surprisingly, she smiled. Relieved, he asked, "What are you going to do with all that money?" She replied, "I am going to give you half." The doctor rather had a heart attack. Can you imagine? People are often surprised when we put them first. At First Bank, that's what we do. We put you first. Experience the gold standard of banking with First Bank. Open an account today and enjoy our user-friendly mobile app, quick banking via *894#, convenient shopping with our Visa Prepaid and MasterCard, and more. All designed to serve you better. First Bank. You first.
There is small money, there is big money, and there is too much money. Telecel Too Much Money promo is here. Dial *500# to opt in. In the Telecel Too Much Money promo, you can win 100 Ghana cedis cash in the daily draws, 20,000 Ghana cedis in the weekly draws, and 1.2 million Ghana cedis in the grand draw. That's 1.2 million Ghana cedis. Simply reload airtime to earn points to stand a chance to win. Dial *500# or visit the Telecel Play app to opt in now for the Telecel Too Much Money promo. Terms and conditions apply.
Telecel, connecting energies.
This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
More Cerelac for your city,
More goodness for your baby. What are we talking about? The new 300-gram Cerelac Wheat pouch is the same great Cerelac you love, now in a convenient 300-gram pouch for easy refilling of your Cerelac tin. Get the new 300-gram Cerelac Wheat pouch today to refill, save, and smile. More goodness, less cost. Cerelac, care for them. Count on us. This advert is FDA approved.
Ocho, it's 3 a.m. What's now?
Ya tisubiomo, ya tisubiomo.
Ocho, not again. It's 4 a.m. What's now?
Sorry. Last year was Yatisubium. This year, crowd, we've gone lower. Yasaya Tiso. I'm back with good news. Amazing news. I've been so cool. SG Ghana loans are back with even lower interest rates. If you're a salaried worker, whether you're on CAGD payroll, work with an SG Ghana listed institution, or already bank with SG Ghana, this is your time. Whether it's completing your dream home, paying school fees, or handling other personal needs, SG Ghana has the perfect loan for you. Walk into any SG Ghana branch from now till September 2025 and ask about Yasaya Tisu Loans promo. Let's help you get things done. You can also call 0302-214-314 for more details. Terms and conditions apply. Societe Generale Ghana. The future is you.
Yasaka for frabo, pepper powder, pepper ojawo. Sankofa pepper powder, Sankofa pepper powder, Sankofa pepper powder. Abuna abonje krakra, Sankofa pepper powder, Sankofa pepper powder.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
"19 minutes past the hour of 8. Anglo Gold Ashanti Ghana wishes to caution the public against engaging in investment schemes being promoted on social media and allegedly being offered by Anglo Gold Ashanti Ghana, including TikTok accounts promoting an Anglo Gold Ashanti investment scheme." Now, here's the thing. Anglo Gold Ashanti Ghana does not operate and has not authorized any person to offer any investment scheme on TikTok or any social media platform. So stay alert, protect yourself from fraud, and report suspicious activity to the nearest police station. Now, for verified information, go to anglogoldashanti.com or call 055-658-2933. The number is 055-658-2933.
But just to make a quick comment on that, I think that we have to redefine what mass media really means. Because these days you have influencers who have in excess of 3 million, 4 million people on social media. And they are endorsing all manner of products without the appropriate institutions that regulate the space having anything to say about the products they are endorsing. So somebody goes to pick up something, so a combination of herbs, and is saying all kinds of things about
Meanwhile, when we advertise, FDA has to approve.
Exactly.
So FDA has to step in.
Exactly.
Regulators have to step into what influencers do.
Yes.
Because now we are seeing also AI-generated videos of celebrity endorsements. They've done some to me. They've done some to you. Sandra has been given the same treatment where you will be hosting a show. They will use your voice to promote sexual enhancement products.
Something nothing to do with you.
So this AI, I keep saying, this AI matter. Anyway, we have to learn it well, which is why the training is important. I think Maximus is doing a training for AI again, and that training is a masterclass on Saturday, 16th July. Tell me about it.
It helps you unlock the power of artificial intelligence for your business, so you discover how AI can help your business to work smarter, move faster, and serve better. It's happening on Saturday, 19th of July. IDM Hacho Accra is the venue, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. The rate is 1,450 Ghana cedis, and Maximus is your facilitator, as you've already heard. So
yesterday was his birthday, so this week go and take part in his training and eat birthday cake on Saturday.
There will be cake as well. So limited spaces are available though. So please call 0244 767 801 0244 767 801. www.idm.edu.gh is the website to visit. Is powered by Institute of Digital Marketing.
Now let's talk about SG Ghana. There's never been a better time to get things done, and SG Ghana is making it possible with our low interest rate loans back. So if you're a salaried worker, whether you're on controller and accountant general's department payroll, working with an SG Ghana listed institution, already banking with SG Ghana, this is your time. From now to September this year, apply and receive a loan from SG Ghana for your personal or business needs and enjoy unbelievably low interest rates during the Asante So loan promo. Visit any SG Ghana branch near you or call 0302 214 314 for more details about the Asante So loan promo today. Now, let's talk about Rosebank International University College, where we emphasize practical over theoretical, where you can acquire real-world skills, access expert career services, and discover global exchange opportunities. This is your chance to study at an internationally accredited institution without leaving Ghana. Your future starts today at Rosebank International University College. Call us on 0307 007 800 or visit our website at riuc.edu.gh. You can also visit our state-of-the-art campus at the Opebia House.
Right, listen up, my friends. When we say we are the ones for you, I'm talking about Republic Bank. We mean we are the ones for you. That's why we've reduced our Citi mortgage interest rate even further to a new low in the tens. That means you can afford to own your dream home or your next one for less. But don't wait, this offer is only available for a limited time, and if you're ready for a mortgage, if you already have one with your bank, you can switch to Republic Bank and enjoy this exciting deal. Visit Republic Bank branch, any of it today. Send an email to myhome@republicghana.com or call 0540 109 649. In Accra. In Kumasi, call 0540 109 901 for more information. Republic Bank, we are the ones for you.
All right, so we'll be talking about Ablekuma North shortly. We're still discussing Ghanaians and their apparent disinterest in protest. Now, the survey gives us 4 main means of engaging as a citizen, and I just want to run through that quickly. So you can measure active citizenship in 4 ways. Electoral participation. That means you vote in an election.
Right.
Most Ghanaians do that, at least almost 80%. The last election turnout was 63 though. Electoral participation or feeling close to a political party. All right. So on those 2 fronts, Ghana does very well. Then there's something called collective action. Collective action is discussing politics, which we like to do, attending a community meeting, which we encourage a lot to do, and then joining others to raise an issue. So you can say that the protesters have done a lot. They attended at least a couple of meetings, and none of them raised the issue through the media. So on that point, they've done well. Contacting local leaders. Contacting leaders is also the 3rd way. So collective action is number 2. Number 3 is contacting leaders. So whether it's a local government person or MP or political party official or traditional leader, we notice a lot of Ghanaians are actually contacting their traditional leaders more than even their MPs. And people are contacting their local government officials more than their political party officials. So people are turning towards their traditional leaders and their local government leaders. Then the last point around indicators of citizenship is activism. Right? So electoral participation is 1, collective action is number 2, contact leaders is number 3. Activism is where you participate in a protest or demonstration. You could include social media activism there. I think we have a lot of good social media activists, which for what is worth is good. But for a project like this, for a road this big, you would have expected more people to turn up. So I want to say it in a way that will not discourage the organizers. That, leadership is very difficult. When you are trying to get people to do things that will help them, you find a lot of people who have inertia. You shouldn't use that to give up and say you're not going to do it again. What you should do is to change your approach to say, beyond the organizing them digitally and on WhatsApp and on using media, we'll find a way of meeting them one-on-one as well. So I don't want the organizers to listen to this program thinking that it means that they should also go back to sleep. In every society, leaders are not the majority. It's few people who do it. And sometimes when you start, you learn from the mistake and you move forward. So I don't want them to get up and say, we're not going to advocate for roads anymore, or anybody listening from another area. Yesterday on Channel 1 News, we did at least 6 stories on roads. We did the protest march. We did a road in the Volta region, abandoned. We did one in Ashanti. We did one in Upper West. I think we did one in Eastern, in Ashanti. We did all kinds of roads. Also because when you guys tell us there's a problem and we go and see it, we're able to amplify it. So if you stop your advocacy on the basis that few people turn up for the protest, you're also shooting yourself in the foot. So I don't want listeners to go home with the idea that the fact that people didn't turn up for the demo means we shouldn't try it anymore. You get it? Use a different approach. Plan it better and make sure next time it gets results. Of course, it's not demonstrating for demonstrating's sake. The president has acknowledged your issue. The Minister of Roads has acknowledged the issue. Yeah. Clearly, they've made certain directions because of the issue you've raised. So I don't want you to think that you failed. But I also feel like citizens, there are too many free riders. Right? There are too many free riders who live on the corridor, who want other people to do the hard work for them. And that's not fair. If you're not even going to come, give money. Or even you put the protest on your profile, they won't even do it. You get it? That's not right, because a country cannot be built by absentee citizens. Neither can it be built by citizens who are, what's the word I want to use? Disinterested.
Unengaged.
You get it? You need to be interested in the issues around your community. You cannot just sit down and be unconcerned and expect things to change. Things get worse without human intervention. So people who live in and around communities with problems, be an active citizen. Don't be a spectator. We have too many spectators who are spectatoring in Ghana. Let me finish paying my bills, then yes. I'll continue with this discussion. So, Caleb, just do 2 more for me.
Sure.
Before
If you want a British degree at a fraction of the cost, please. And if you're looking for a vibrant student experience in a community that builds your confidence and equips you with real-world employability skills, you'll enjoy all these with scholarships available to support your academic journey. And that happens at Lancaster University, Ghana. So you'll be taught by expert faculty trained to UK standards right here on our campus in Ghana. www.lancaster.edu.gh is where you should check out more. Admissions at lancaster.edu.gh. Shoot us an email. Call us 0248 656 274. Lancaster University Ghana is the only British university campus in West Africa. Now, get paid smarter with Zenith Merchant Pay. If you're running a business, make receiving payments fast, easy, and stress-free with Zenith Merchant Pay, a similar solution for SMEs and corporates. With Zenith Merchant Pay, you can receive payments via mobile money, a QR code, bank transfer, or 966#. Zenith Bank's USSD, all in real time. Enjoy instant payment alerts and quick settlement and easy reconciliation. No delays, no stress. Sign up for Zenith Merchant Pay today at any of our branches and enjoy fast, secure, instant payments anywhere in Ghana. Zenith Bank, in your best interest.
So here's a big question. Are you frustrated with traditional banking systems that don't serve you? Solace Microfinance is here to serve you better. Now, who are we? We are a digital lending and savings platform dedicated to empowering Ghanaians like you. Now, with Solace, you can open a savings account under 3 minutes using your Ghana card and your personal mobile money number. You can start a target savings plan and earn market-beating interest rates. You can apply for fast and easy loans to boost your business or cover emergencies. You can easily deposit into your Solace account using any of your mobile money link wallets, and you can also transfer to bank and mobile money wallets. Now, no finance jargon, no hassle. Solace gives you the tools to support you to save smarter for rent, school fees, and business growth, and to grow stronger financially. Solace Finance, your money, your power. Now, if you're ready to see the future of work in action, join top HR professionals, tech innovators, and business leaders at the HR Tech Playground 2025, happening Tuesday, 15th July at the Accra International Conference Center at 9 a.m. So that's tomorrow. So HR Tech Playground. It's a full-day hands-on expo where cutting-edge technology meets people's strategy. Experience live product demos, robots, smart tools, and real-time solutions transforming HR across the continent. Entry is free, but space is limited. So to register for the HR Tech Playground, you may either call 0509 620 204. So 0509 620 204, or go to hrfocusevents.com/HR Tech Playground.
So in business, every moment without the right solution is a missed opportunity, and as a business owner, you deserve a solution that can take your ambition to the next level. We're introducing the Absa Mobi Tab. It's a solution that turns your Android device into your ultimate business partner. With just your near-field communication-enabled mobile device, such as your phone, you can accept payments from debit or credit cards, plus mobile wallets quickly, easily, anytime, anywhere. Is your business ready for the next level? Visit your nearest Absa branch today. Sign up for Absa Mobi Tab and unlock your business potential. T&Cs apply. Your story matters. Absa.
All right, so Sky, I don't want to put you on the spot, but I just wanted your quick. Okay, let me tell you what to do. I want you to tell the people who live on the corridor that they should get involved, and they shouldn't sit on the fence. And on other corridors.
Okay. First of all, let me apologize for my lack of absence.
Your lack of presence.
Your absence.
My absence, yes, because I was.
You were out of town. I know.
Jurisdiction.
You were not in the system.
Yeah, so forgive my lack of presence.
Okay.
But I think it's important that we engage. Where we are directly concerned about a situation. And I'm talking about directly concerned, not in the strictest sense, because if you look at it, many people use that corridor going to Kumasi, Tamale, and related areas. And I can talk about my own experience in that whole community. You remember the Chinese tomato factory that was causing environmental disaster in that community. And,
you brought the MC to the studio. It was fire.
Yeah, fire.
This is like 10 years ago, right?
Yeah, thereabout.
Years ago.
This 2015, 2016, thereabout. And we did a lot of coordination, a lot of engagement, sensitize the people, and the people felt the need to be a part of this exercise. Of course, there were those who felt that they couldn't go because of one reason or the other, but we had decent attendance that compelled the authorities to do something about the situation. The MC even came into our community to talk to us about what they thought they were doing about the situation, which we said we were not happy about. Ultimately, we were able to remove the tomato factory from the area because it was polluting people's homes.
It wasn't at the right place.
It wasn't at the right place. The same way, this road that goes through our community is a danger to many businesses because communities that are along the road can no longer do viable business along the road because so much dust is coming.
True.
And because of the traffic situation, because motorability is an issue, and then also you have a situation where people spend so many hours on the road. You are commuting from Nsawam to Accra, which ordinarily should be around 30 minutes or 40 minutes, depending on how fast you are going. It's now taking, in some cases, 2 hours to even cross, over from Nsawam all the way to Accra, merely because the road is in a terrible shape. So a citizen who is engaged and is minded by the need to get things to change would move into the space once invited to go there and say, no, we want to have our presence felt. We want to hear, we want to have our voices heard. We want our views aired on the matter. That is the only way you can get the policymaker to take you seriously. Yes, I admit that, demonstrations are not necessarily about numbers. But numbers also speak for themselves. That is why it is important that when you are called, we call it a dudo, when you are called that this is community work, communal labor, because you have to be there so that you add your voice to what is going on. If you disengage and 12 people go to do this, it becomes a problem because those making the policy will say, the people themselves are not concerned about their own fate. Why should we now take interest in dealing with their problems for them? But this is an intercity road. Kumasi is affected. Takra, Koforidua is affected. Many other communities, Tamale, Bono areas are affected. Techiman. So I beg you. Yes, I think we have to reconstitute ourselves again, put ourselves properly together again, and do
in the meantime, here are some comments on the matter of.
And let me thank those people who also did it on our behalf.
Yes,
yes, I think the few who did it in our behalf.
They are mighty few.
Yeah, the mighty few, the mighty minority.
The mighty few.
So some messages coming in. Good morning, Bernard. Don't you think that people have shifted from physical appearances to digital presence? This might be a way to avoid attacks and other unforeseen consequences. Many have also come to believe that protests don't effectively solve problems in Ghana. Instead, putting individuals on the spot seems to prompt action and results. Park Kofi from Lakeside sending in that.
Maybe radio is getting results, so don't need to protest. Yeah, to be fair, because radio does get results, and we've seen even the minister and the president acknowledge our effort. Maybe that could be true.
That has its place, but it's like outsourcing the responsibility.
Well, the truth is that you want results. So if you are getting the result from the media advocacy, why do you have to worry yourself to go and protest?
But when we interviewed them, they said they will still drum home
the
point.
So maybe that's for one group. But a lot of them, maybe they say, they've acknowledged our work and stuff.
That's to outsource the responsibility.
No, well, it's working here. So what do you mean?
Because they could have still done the protest and it's carried on radio, and that would even have more impact.
Huh?
Many
fishes do not spoil a soup.
Okay.
All right, more.
Good morning. Thank you for your good work. I live at Shikpontele.
Thank you.
Where the China Mall is located. We were ready to join the protest, but we were told that it was called off due to the president's assurance because we need a footbridge at Shikpontele.
So there was misinformation there. If that happened, then somebody did propaganda.
Okay, no. Let me explain. There was a group of drivers who had said they were demonstrating. When the Minister of Roads held that press conference, the drivers said they were okay. But the residents said no, they will still demonstrate. So the drivers, they were not that many. They had just decided that they would call off their demonstration because they had been given that assurance. But this person is a resident. So it's not misinformation. I think
the midnight walkers did their thing again.
Oh no. No. I don't even think government actively discourages demonstration.
Oh no, I'm not saying that.
I think that the people were just not aware. And some people just did not care. That's what I would say. And if you look at the quality of people who comment every day, who send me messages on this guy, I've been on this for 3 weeks because people will not let me rest.
How didn't they go? How many people are on their platform again?
1,200.
Seriously?
How?
Seriously?
Of course, I'm also there. So if you take me out and scan,
maybe you two, you should have been there.
Oh, but why? Am I affected directly?
But I wasn't in town.
Yeah, I know.
You get it, and that's not an excuse. But I'm saying that I can't take part in everything I support. But the truth is that there were enough people on that platform to make it a meaningful demonstration, which they did not. Let's read more comments.
1,000 people.
Bernard, from the reports of Umaru, you can see clearly the problem we face as citizens with those who claim to be the middle class. We don't get onto the ground to drive home our concern. We sit on WhatsApp without getting on the ground. We cannot progress with this attitude. That's Senna from Gulf City. Good morning, City. Ghanaians don't go out to demonstrate because of fear that violence can happen. Truly, our families warn us not to go. I think sometimes it's education.
I have a similar comment here to that effect. It seems the average Ghanaian has either lost hope in our leaders or is simply afraid of being brutalized by the security forces. Personally, I wouldn't participate in any demonstration because what has ever come out of the previous ones, and haven't most of them turned violent anyway. I am not saying it happens all the time, but I believe that most Ghanaians will associate demonstrations with violence. When I hear demonstrations, you know what comes into my mind? The last time I joined one, the police came down chasing my MP. It still stained my mind. Okay, so this is referring to the Medina protests sometime.
All right, let's move to Ablekuma North. The Coalition of Domestic Election Observers is an independent and non-partisan network of civil society groups faith-based organizations, and professional bodies which observe Ghana's elections. It was established in 2000 under the auspices of the Ghana Center for Democratic Development, CDD Ghana, to mobilize citizens of Ghana, so you see the word mobilize, to participate in the electoral process actively and to complement the efforts of Ghana's Electoral Commission in ensuring transparent, free and fair elections. The coalition is a 41-member organization and has grown to become the largest and most credible domestic election observer body in Ghana, which mobilizes citizens and groups to participate in Ghana's electoral process. They've issued a statement signed by Joseph Otifrimpo. Francisca, please give us the highlights.
Okay, so the statement reads, the Coalition of Domestic Election Observers, CODEO, expresses grave concern over developments during the Ablekuma North constituency election rerun held last Friday, July 11, 2025. Although the coalition did not deploy observers to any of the 19 polling stations, our keen observation of proceedings through reports on traditional and social media revealed that while election officials and logistics were duly present and the commencement of polls was timely, the voting process was marred by incidents of vote buying, serious lapses in security, intimidation, and violence at some polling stations. The coalition condemns the incidents of violence and intimidation against poll workers, voters, journalists, and 2 female politicians. The Ghana Police Service is, however, commended for immediately interdicting the officer allegedly involved in the assault of a journalist. The coalition urges the police to move with alacrity to apprehend and prosecute all persons involved in the acts of violence. Perpetrators must face the full force of the law to deter others from engaging in such undemocratic practices during elections and clamp down on impunity. CODEO encourages all Ghanaians and the media who captured various angles of the incidents to make their videos and photos available to Ghana Police Service to aid in their work. The coalition also notes and condemns the use of incendiary and provocative language by leading members of the National Democratic Congress and the New Patriotic Party in the aftermath of the violent incidents. It is clear that political party actors are unwilling to learn from the many years of election violent outcomes and the many victims it has produced in the Fourth Republic. This behavior is even more egregious given that the country is recovering from a difficult 2024 elections and transition, partly marred by electoral violence. This toxic political culture must be stamped out of competitive politics. Otherwise, it will one day overwhelm all of us and destabilize Ghana's young democracy. Further, the security lapses observed during the election rerun, and in spite of the heavy deployment of security personnel, raises very serious questions about the state of the Ghana Police Service. Given the high-stakes nature of this exercise in a densely populated area, it was shocking that unauthorized persons who looked like party vigilantes were allowed to roam around in vehicles, some unlicensed, and enter polling station areas without any interception. Groups of individuals were also allowed to mass up, creating an intimidating atmosphere for poll workers, voters, and the general citizenry. The most worrying observation was the actions of police officers guarding the gate to the St. Peter's Society polling station in Odoko, who basically stepped aside as thugs forced their way into the polling station to assault agents and 2 politicians. This posture of the police was observed during the 2024 elections and transition. The emasculation of the police service is a clear and present danger that must be fully addressed by all stakeholders. CODEO calls on President John Mahama and the Police Council under Article 202, Clause 2 of the Constitution to exercise its powers of control and direction of the Inspector General of Police to institute an inquiry into the recent action of police officers in the handling of police duties involving political actors. This must be done urgently to ensure clear remedial actions are taken ahead of the by-election in Akwetia. We call on all stakeholders, particularly political actors, security agencies, the Electoral Commission, and the judiciary, to reflect on these developments, implement the necessary reforms, and take decisive action to address the problem of election violence, political vigilantism, and the independence of the Ghana Police Service. CODEO will continue to monitor the election space, contribute to constructive discourse, and advocate for electoral standards that ensure a peaceful, transparent, and inclusive elections.
And I think it's a very, very well-written statement, placing the responsibility squarely on the government, the president, to take action in relation to leading the effort to bring sanity to our by-elections and other elections. Also, the police administration need reinforcement, because the policing that happened, although they did not want to be confrontational, I think there were a lot of things they could have prevented in sort of just watching people vandalize or enter a polling station to just go and beat up people. And then the political parties and the massing up of people as well. 19 polling stations, and all these guys are marching there. It creates a very unstable environment, and it seems like the political parties know what they are doing when this type of things happen, and all of us are on edge. And I think the part of the statement that I am really associating with is that if we don't nip this in the bud, we'll get to a stage where our overall democracy will be compromised, because elections are getting closer and higher, more higher stakes every time, and this type of behavior, unpunished, is what leads to its repetition. All right. So I think the statement is very well written. I hope the government will take action. Today we are told the Minister for the Interior is going to address the public on some matters. I hope this by-election is part of it, and what happened there, because it's squarely under his jurisdiction as Minister for Interior. And the police and the way they are equipped is also under his jurisdiction as well. So I don't know where else we could have. And I think the president needs to make a statement as well on this, because it cannot happen under his watch. When he was in opposition, he would say, the President of the Republic must take responsibility for what happens at such programs. So I believe that he has to say, no, this cannot happen under me, and institute an investigation, and whoever is found culpable must be punished to show that this will not be tolerated. If this is allowed to slide, it then becomes the norm, because now we are told that Akwetia, people are preparing. If the by-election is going to happen, we are going to see more mayhem, and it's something that this government should not allow to continue. I don't know what you guys think.
Yeah, I want to take us back to the 2019 Vigilantism Act that was passed. That was supposed to cure the similar violence and political vigilantism that we saw during the Ayawaso West Wargon matters. And so it's good that CODEO brings up Akwetia, because that's potentially a domino effect that we are going to see. There was, the act looks good on paper, but in terms of enforcement, we don't know which individuals, which political party, we don't know any big politician who has been at least arraigned before the courts for the things that happened
or held responsible.
Exactly, for the things that happened at Ayawaso West Wargon. And it appears that this rerun at Ablekuma North is mirroring what happened in Ayawaso. And so there's concern for the next primaries, which is going to happen.
By-election,
for next by-election happening in Akwetia. And I also think that, first of all, a lot of the chunk of the blame or responsibility must be placed on the head of the Electoral Commission. Doesn't appear that the security of the election or electoral security reached a certain standard that we were all expecting, given the history.
It's in their hands, though. If the Electoral Commission organizes an election, they'll obviously invite the police, and the police must then, based on whatever the security assessment is, deploy to meet it. Now, the military said they were not going to be part. Indeed, the defense minister posted on Facebook that morning that when they were in opposition, they said they didn't want soldiers to be part of our elections. So they would not take part. And they believe the police had what it took to take part. So I feel that the Minister for Interior has to answer.
And you're not wrong, but Bernard, if you look at the Political Parties Act, the Electoral Commission's mandate is not simply running elections. They are supposed to regulate the election space. They are supposed to regulate the political parties. And if we are seeing a lot of these violence that are most likely being used as political strategy, then the Electoral Commission must be tougher, okay? And granted that they are not supposed to be on the ground in terms of security, they're supposed to liaise with the police, the Ghana Police Service. And the expectation that there wouldn't have been a recurrence of violence at this election rerun is reasonable for every Ghanaian, every tax-paying Ghanaian.
Yeah. Let's go on the line and speak to Joseph Frimpong from the Kodio, who signed this statement. Very well-written statement, putting culpability where it lies. Mr. Frimpong, thanks for joining us on the City Breakfast Show. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Avila.
So I noticed you've taken the trouble to walk us through what you observed, not on the ground, but through the various media channels, roundly condemn the acts of violence and intimidation, but also you are asking, of course, condemning the political parties for what they did. Let's deal first with the police. From the statement, I noticed you're saying it doesn't seem our police is fit for purpose because you questioned the state of the Ghana Police Service. How so?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Avle. So, generally, the violence and the disturbing incidents that Madi Ablekun are not rerun is something that is deeply troubling, not just for those who are affected by the events, but for every Ghanaian who actually believes in democracy, rule of law, and peaceful political participation. So, although we couldn't go to the field as you indicated, we monitored the kind of activities or the events through the traditional and social media. And per the videos that we saw and the many publications that we read, we found out that some of the incidents that occurred, the police service that they were meant to ensure peaceful voting, though they were somehow there, and some of them looked unconcerned when some of these violent activities occurred at some of the polling stations. Although they did well by interdicting one of their members, as regards the many violent activities that happened, from the videos that we saw, some of them seemed unconcerned or they were overwhelmed by the turn of events. So we were much concerned about the role that they went to the polling station to play, because looking at the various by-elections and reruns that, as a country we have witnessed, though they should have known that this kind of election, the stakes were very high and, should have prepared towards any offset incident happen. But we didn't see that from the videos that we watched from our secretariat.
You say that the posture of the police on Friday is similar to the posture you observed during the 2024 election and transition. And then you go on to say that the emasculation of the police service is a clear and present danger that must be fully addressed. So you feel like it's not like the police can't do anything. Is it like they feel disempowered or they are not bold enough to act? What's your reading of the posture of the police?
Okay, so when it comes to the capacity of the Ghana Police Service in addressing some of the violent issues that do occur at polling stations, we are in no doubt that they have the capacity to deal with those issues. But the challenge is when some of these issues actually involve the political leaders or politicians. For that one, we see that the ability to address some of the issues somehow is in doubt. So what we ask of them is that normally when some of these incidents happen, we want them to address the issue as it is, no matter who is involved, because that's their mandate and they have the duty to ensure that laws are maintained at the polling station for people to vote in peace. Yeah, because we can't be having some of these elections that are marked by violence. Whenever that happens, it affects the integrity of our elections and our democracy in general.
In terms of duty bearers, I notice you call on the President of the Republic and the Police Council to take the lead in this. Why those two?
Yes, because per the Constitution, that's Article 202 of our Constitution, the President who is in charge of the Police Council, though they have the mandate to initiate some of the inquiry into some of these actions to help bring perpetrators to book. So we called on them to act in accordance with what has been stipulated in the Constitution to address some of these issues, because it's their mandate and they are the ones who are to address the issue.
Now, what about political parties? Because the stakeholders are many. EC, police and security, political parties and the judiciary. What is because clearly this is political party instigated, right? It's not the police who went to cause the confusion. It's the political parties who did this. Yes. Is it that they cannot be spoken to? Is it that because when they commit political crimes they are not prosecuted, they get away with it? What's with them and by elections that makes them keep doing this?
Yeah, so when it comes to elections and violence, in itself, some people who even indulge themselves in violence, they have their motive of indulging in violence. So during the rerun at Ablekuma North, if you monitored some of the interviews that the leading parties, as MPP and NDC, some of the comments that they made, some of them were blaming the victims that they deserve it. Others too were saying that they disbanded their vigilante group. That's why these things happened. So when it comes to the political parties, they are one of the key stakeholders in our electoral system. So for that point, we want all the stakeholders, especially the political parties, to know that when it comes to electoral integrity, we can no longer entertain violence. And they need to follow the law as it is. And you asked a question as regards how the political parties, whether they have not been spoken to. Historically, they have always been engaged when it comes to addressing violence. If you recall, even before the 2024 general elections, they were made to sign the peace pact and all those kind of things. So it's something that all of us, we need to speak to it and urge them to always do the right thing. They should monitor the way they speak when it comes to election-related issues, because those things do instigate violence.
So clearly the prognosis for Akwetia is dire, right? If things don't change rapidly, Akwetia may be a bloodbath.
Yes. So looking at the stake, the Akwetia North by-elections and the historical nature of our by-elections, the major stakeholders when it comes to our elections should be proactive, because we can't witness what we just witnessed last Friday and the ones that we have witnessed in times past, again in Akwetia. So as we are approaching the Akwetia elections, we urge all the stakeholders to draw critical lessons from what happened in the Ablekuma North rerun and work collectively to safeguard our democracy. Ghanaians, we deserve better, and we can do it.
Thank you, Joseph Otifrimpong, Coordinator, Kodio Secretariat, signing a statement and commenting on same on behalf of Kodio. Captioned, Kodio condemns acts of violence and vote buying during the Ablekuma North constituency election rerun and calls for swift investigations and prosecution. And Kodio identifies 4 key stakeholders: security agencies, electoral commission, the judiciary, and political parties. Those are the big 4. Right? Security agencies being the police and the others, electoral commission, which organize the election, the judiciary, who have the right to prosecute, or not prosecute, but they adjudicate for him, so that the attorney general or whoever has
that's why the AG's department ought to have been in there, because the police may arrest and put the person before court, but if the AG is unwilling to push the matter, it dies a natural death.
So the AG's department, and then the judiciary working to sort of adjudicate. Maybe special prosecutor as well, depending on how you see it. And
well,
of
that
course,
is if corruption related matters.
And then the
Can I just add, they categorize all of what happened into 3 main chunks. You have the problem of election violence, political vigilantism, and the independence of the Ghana Police Service. I think it's very clear.
Yes. And the police are in a difficult situation because the political parties instigate these things and then they are caught in the middle. Of course, you would say they should go frontal and meet, but it could lead to more problems, right? Because these guys, some of them are armed and they enter a polling station.
But Bernard, you see, to a large extent, I hesitate to say this. It is only the state that has monopoly over violence, really, and to use it under reasonable circumstances. No citizen of the land, unless you are threatened in a way as to use violence in self-defense, you have no right to use violence against another person. It's unlawful. But the police are mandated under the law to use violence when necessary, and it has to be reasonable, to prevent somebody from committing a crime, or to effect an arrest of somebody who is committing a crime, or to prevent somebody from running away when he is in lawful custody. You understand? Amongst other circumstances under which the police can use lawful violence. Well, what we saw over there on Friday required robust response from the police to deal with the situation. But in many ways, in my view, the police failed in truly astonishing ways. Bernard, look, and this thing takes its roots from past elections. By elections, you can talk about Kwetia, you can talk about Talensi, you can Woodlands. I mean, plenty by elections, including what happened in Ododo, Atiwa. Exactly. But you see, let me take you back to 2004. The elections were happening peacefully until, and the police were working their backside off properly until it became sort of obvious that.
So 2024.
2024, yes.
You said 2004.
Oh, why do I keep? I don't know.
You are old. 2024.
Yeah, that's right. Look, everything was going fairly well until it became sort of obvious that, look, this thing might swing the other way. So the police hierarchy, apparently unsure of, hey, this thing, where was it likely to go, decided that, okay, the people can misbehave, we'll do very little or nothing at all to intervene. Between December 2024 and now, Bernard, look at the many cases of indiscretion, misbehavior, criminality that we have recorded as media houses. People were bold enough to enter EC collation centers, seize electoral materials, destroy them, burn them, destroy public property, destroy private property. Many of them were captured on videos. Till today, not a single one of them has been successfully prosecuted or even arraigned before court. To the best of my knowledge. Yet we have policemen, big and small, paid every single month. We have a whole criminal, investigations department responsible for prosecuting, finding out the people and prosecuting them. Then we have national security officials who we pay to ensure that things like this do not happen. The question you ask yourself is, if people, including members of parliament, some of them lawyers, who have got to know better, they could go into EC offices where they are doing collation, compel EC officials to do things not consistent with what they found on the ground, though, but their will, and nothing is done to them. Do you seriously believe that the ordinary person who is watching would not also be tempted to do what we saw on Friday? That's one of the problems.
Unity.
So for you, the police need to take responsibility.
Exactly. Look at what happened in the Hawaii Kumsun's case. These boys who effected the kind of chaos that we saw, people saw them at the back of a pickup doing all kinds of signs showing that they will be killing people today. They saw them. And when they got to this particular place, they jumped off the pickup truck or the pickup, and they were marauding towards the entrance of the space. And Kodio, I'm happy they noted that. The police had erected a human shield in front of the gate. It wasn't some open space. There was a major gate in front. The police were there, and they sought to prevent them. At least they gave some instructions whatsoever. Anytime the police give a lawful instruction, and it is to be assumed that every instruction that the police give is lawful until proven otherwise, because official acts are presumed to have been regularly performed. So when the police gave some indication that, look, you were coming into an area you ought not come to, and they refused to listen, the police were under a legal obligation to intervene at that point. Suppress them, arrest them, and take them away. But what did they do? They allowed them to enter the space. And then when they entered, they were moving straight to their target. You had the member of parliament aspirants there from the MPP side, and Hawa Kumsun, who of course doesn't have a good history when it comes to violence. And that's a matter I think has got to be investigated on a different plane. And the people responsible, including herself, if she's found accountable in that particular case, she should be prosecuted. They were moving towards that direction. And it was obvious to anybody that the way the guys were moving, they had an intention to do something untoward. So a dutiful officer, a responsible police officer would have intervened at that point. But of course, they had been overpowered. And that result is what we all saw on the screens, and completely unacceptable. No man, properly so-called, raised properly, should do that kind of thing they did to a woman. Completely unacceptable. And I am scandalized by so many days after this thing has happened. The police have not told us that they have arrested the people responsible, because live video cameras captured them. Their photographs are all over the place. It is completely unacceptable. All we heard was that, they are assuring the public that they will get involved in the matter, they will find the people responsible. No!
They should do their work.
They have to do their work properly. You know, the IGP that was brought in after the earlier one was taken out of office, he has not been brought in to come and preside over things like this. When the government talks about reset, it means that we want to work our country in a way that is acceptable to the highest standards of proper governance. Small election in 19 polling stations. Look at the level of violence that we saw. Small election to represent the people. Look at the level of violence that we saw. And what is more disappointing is that because of Hawa Kumsun's own history, people now think, people in government who bear the responsibility of holding this country together, whose job it is to ensure that they show the best of us, are on social media, are in interviews justifying this completely unacceptable conduct. If I were the president, I would line up these guys and fire all of them to send a signal that I do not endorse this kind of conduct. It may well be the case that Hawa Kumsun misbehaved previously. Allegedly, at least, we saw videos and all kinds of things happen with her at the thick of affairs. The presidency then failed to do what he ought to have done. Ideally, President John Dramani Mahama should not repeat the mistakes of the earlier president. If your officials are in interviews, they are on social media justifying this attack on womanhood, justifying this attack on our elections, our democracy, perpetuating violence and actually supporting the same, because it happened before, when you promise that you do things differently, I mean, what kind of Ghana are we expecting to have? Completely unacceptable.
100%.
And Bernard, the Attorney General's Department, we also expect to hear something. Because you are not only the Minister for, what do you call it? You are not only the Attorney General, you are also the Minister for Justice. When we go out there and we are signing all kinds of protocols and treaties, included is also the need to protect, women in politics and all kinds of things.
So should they go on their own to prosecute, or should they wait for police? Because from the way, I thought the police are the ones who do an investigation. And
under our laws, the AG has the authority to direct the police to get involved in this matter and get the people arrested immediately.
Okay.
Get warrants secured, arrest the people, hold them before court and prosecute them. And when they are prosecuted, hopefully, the cases will be properly made and the judges will put them away. But it must be done fairly. We do not want to hear any pressure on the president coming from any political quarters that the people should be freed because they were acting to protect the integrity of the ballot. That is an insult to our intelligence and the democracy as we know it.
Richard Sky making it clear that culpability must be placed where culpability lies. We've been speaking to the Kodeo, who have also roundly condemned the acts of violence, asking for the police to show fortitude and for the president and the police council to act to prevent what would now become the continuation of a very vicious cycle of violence in our by-elections. Akwetia is... We don't know the date for Akwetia, but if things don't change, we could be in big, big trouble. Taking a short break, City Breakfast Show. Stay with us.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
A global move is about to hit Ghana. Global Prayer Work Summit. Join Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams, along with Reverend Eastwood Anaba, Reverend Dr. Robert Ampia Kofi, and Bishop Dr. Bernard Audrey Asari. Deep worship from Joe Metal, Sandra Boachidua, and Simeon at the Prayer Cathedral, Action Chapel International, for prayer sessions on Thursday, 17th July, and Friday, 18th, at 9 a.m., 2 p.m., and 5:30 p.m. And on Saturday, 19th July, we close with power. Join us at 7 a.m. for Morning Glory. Then at 9 a.m., 2 breakout sessions. Leadership breakfast for ministry leaders and pastors. The Next Gen Youth Empowerment Session with Honorable Samuel Narte George and Honorable Francis Asenso Boache. Don't miss this divine moment from July 17th to 19th. Stream every session on Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams' official pages or watch it on Dominion TV on free-to-air DSTV channel 352 and GoTV channel 213. Watch it live and be changed.
Charlie, where are you?
Bossman, I'm at the bank.
Really? But your car is in front of your house.
Bro, my bank on my phone, Charlie.
Oh, how?
EcoBank, bro. With EcoBank mobile app, I can do everything, anywhere, anytime. Listen, I just checked my account balance, paid Ahmed's school fees, and sent money to my grandma at Walwale.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Massa, just download the EcoBank mobile app from the Google Play Store or the App Store, or dial *770# and be your own bank manager.
Manager.
Whether to pay bills or fees, to check account statements, send money across Ghana, abroad, and more, EcoBank mobile app has got it covered. EcoBank Mobile, making everyday people live everyday lives the EcoBank way. EcoBank, the Pan-African bank.
Every day when my children return from school, I don't recognize them all. Hello, do I know you?
It's us, Mommy.
But these dirty, sweaty uniforms and socks were clean in the morning. Hey, everything has transformed. I understand though. School is hectic. It takes energy to come home this transformed. So I make sure they have some Milo at breakfast.
Your champs need nourishment and energy. Give them the Milo Energy at breakfast. Now with vitamin D that supports energy release to help their daily performance. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo!
This app is FDA approved.
It's time!
You want to stand out, level up, and be your best self? Then you need more than vibes.
You need the grace to excel. You need Max Out
2025.
Hosted by KICC Ghana,
Max Out is the ultimate 3-day youth conference.
Connect with like-minded youth
and find answers to your questions in the Word of God. We've got powerful speakers like Pastor Andy and Helen Yorson, Bernard Avile,
and Reverend Prince Nyako, breaking it all down.
Spiritually, mentally, career-wise, and even relationships, nothing is off limits.
It's all happening at KICC Dominion Center on on Friday, July 18th at 6:30 p.m.
Saturday, July 19th from 9 a.m. and the grand finale on Sunday, July 20th at 8 a.m. with live ministrations from La Famille Music,
King's Kid, exhibitions, Q&As, and more. This isn't a conference you want to miss.
Follow at KICCGH_Royals on socials for all the gist.
And entry is free. Max out 2025. Come receive the grace to excel. Let's go.
World number one Broad Hire LED TV and home appliances got mega up to 5,000 cities price drop at all Electromat showrooms. This time to shop higher air conditioner, LED TV, refrigerators, washing machine, just freezer, range of appliances at unbeatable prices on every purchase, exclusively at showrooms. Rush now while stock lasts. Check our website and social media pages for more details. Electromat, your world of electronics.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
I'm a fool and a fool. I saw the thing going. Kenny, ice. Where's for the Vi masa tungu minya vade zuda kama blango kana wa kuto na miu. Mabon west maya kuto na miu. Agaba minya kama tuho na miu. Miu mi chen skyscraper mu pata sima gbado to amado ngoji na miu. Oma tenko donchi wa guwa na miu. Waba gala dubu manya bolu na miu. And then me drum mi jatra. Ila di hoko kwa fiu vazwa kra. The play boy fi mi do afa. Prima do lolo la kacha utiasa. Vibali, Vimali, Stizali, Swagahali, Gamali, Betali, Finally, Avieta Hali, Palali, Kadali, Chekali, Akantahali, Andali, Doteli, Jemali, Tupavia Hali, Stutado Chu, Stutado Chu, Stutado San, Stutado Chu, Stutado Chu, Stutado Chu, Stutado San, Stutado Chu, Stutado Chu, Stutado Chu, Stutado San, Stutado Chu.
17 minutes past 9. See the breakfast show. Couple of quick announcements coming in, Caleb.
Yes, mom and dad, do you know why children leave home very neat and return looking so... you know what I mean? I tell you, non-stop action, all the learning and sports burn energy. So those sweat stains, torn uniforms and dirty shoes, they show that your kids have been very, very active. That's why they need nourishment and energy at breakfast. So give them the nutritious Milo every day. It contains vitamin D that supports energy release to help their daily performance. Milo, the energy to go further. It's an advert that's FDA approved.
Now here's a question. Have you mastered the art of air ticketing? Then Fairmont Travel and Tours is calling you. For 15 years, we've been Ghana's trusted name in travel. Now we're hiring a pro air ticket booking agent, preferably a female, and a male visa consultant between ages 30 to 45 to join our dynamic team. Minimum 5 years experience in air ticketing and visa consultancy or related field. Now, you should be a university graduate with a strong marketing background, excellent communication skills, fluent in English and French, or maybe Spanish.
Merci.
Highly encouraged to participate. Now, must be a master of major GDS platforms like Sabre, Amadeus, WorldSpan, Travelport, Apollo, and Galileo.
Clearly, we are not part.
If you don't know what these things mean,
We are not part.
don't apply for this job.
Go and start researching.
Yeah, so
I'm told there's one known as Sky Corner.
I tell you, we are at Achimota ABC or call 055-780-289. Sorry, 055-780-2098. So that's 055-780-2098. You can also send your CV to recruiter@fairmonttravels.com. Fairmont Travel and Tours, where your journey begins.
So welcome to Seamless Banking with the Prudential Bank mobile app. Perform instant transactions, link mobile money wallet, scan GHQR to pay, manage your cards, transfer money between banks and do so much more. No more banking hours. Experience simple, secure and convenient banking wherever you are 24/7. So download the PBL mobile app now from Apple App Store, Google Play Store, Huawei App Gallery. Visit the Prudential Bank website or social media platforms for more. Prudential Bank, truly dependable.
I'm still on a travel theme. Great news. Traveling in South Africa just got easier thanks to the visa waiver agreement. Ghanaians can now explore beautiful South Africa without the hassle of a visa. And guess what? South Africa Airways flies you directly from Accra to Joburg, the gateway to unforgettable experiences. From the scenic beauty of Cape Town to the glamorous wedding venues and world-class wine farms, Vibrant birthday parties, boys and girls getaways, and high-end business conferences. South Africa is calling. Planning to travel with friends, family, or colleagues? SAA offers special packages including flight, hotel stays, and guided tours. Call us on 0302-783-676 or WhatsApp 0509-256-511 to book your South African adventure. Fly with South African Airways, connecting you directly to unforgettable moments.
How much does it cost to fly to South Africa these days?
Just call the number and they will tell you.
Okay, now let's talk about the Absa Mobi tab. It's a solution that turns your Android device into your ultimate business partner with just your near-field communication enabled mobile device such as your phone. You can accept payments from debit and credit cards plus mobile wallets quickly, easily, anytime and anywhere. Is your business ready for the next level? Then visit your nearest branch today. Sign up for Absa Mobi tab and unlock your business potential. T's and C's apply. Your story matters. Absa.
Now, if you are building big, Vaniado is ready to build with you, from high-end apartments to office blocks, hotels to private homes.
Yep.
Vaniado is a trusted name for premium finishes at project-friendly prices.
Yeah,
we support luxury bathrooms, Scavolini kitchens and tiles that combine international quality with unbeatable value, perfect for architects, contractors, developers, and interior designers. And the best part, Vaniado offers bulk deals, special project pricing, and tailored packaging to suit every scale. We don't just supply, we partner with you to deliver excellence on time and on budget. Visit the Vaniado showroom on Ring Road opposite Laboni Junction or call 055 000 0031. That's 055 000 0031 or call 0244 380 293. Vaniado, powering bold projects.
So from bold projects, let's talk about bold
foods.
It's definitely the number one option for the delivery of your favorite meals from your favorite restaurants with Mr. Wu's Combo and Wu's Superstar. They are only on bold foods. You enjoy assorted fried rice and Coke for just 103 Ghana cedis. Get Wu on wheels with assorted fried rice, 2 spring rolls, and Coke for just 127 Ghana cedis. Wu chopsticks with assorted noodles, spring rolls, and a Coke for 131 Ghana cedis, and assorted noodles with Coke for just 107 Ghana cedis. These meals are exclusively available on bold foods, so don't miss out. Download the Bold Foods app today and enjoy.
All right. Talking of food, you read a story today about the region with the most expensive food, and I would like to for you to read the story in full for me, because I think it's something we should talk about. Western region has come up as the region with the most expensive food basket in that poll. Don't know whether how that compares to the statistical service and their own food inflation rate.
Somehow Volta region was also in the top 3 or 5 as well.
Of the most expensive.
Yeah, so let me bring you that. Western region tops cost of healthy diet in Ghana. Ministry of Food and Agriculture reports that the Western region has emerged as the most expensive region in Ghana to maintain a healthy diet, according to a new report released by the Ministry of Food and Agriculture, MOFA. Now, the region recorded a minimum cost of a healthy diet, COHD, of 21.29 Ghana cedis in the first quarter of 2025.
The minimum cost of a healthy diet.
Yes, please.
21.29 Ghana cedis
in the first quarter of 2025, significantly higher than the national average of 15.11 Ghana cedis. Now, this figure represents 6.18 Ghana cedi increase above the national average, which is 11.46 more than the Ahafo region, which recorded the lowest of 9 Ghana cedis.
So with 9 cedis in Ahafo, you can get a healthy meal.
Yes, please.
But in Western region, you can get it for 21. Almost 22 cedis.
Correct.
Average is 15 cedis.
Super.
What are the regional averages?
Now, other high-ranking regions include Greater Accra.
How much?
20.31 Ghana cedis.
Did I finish?
Volta region, 20 cedis, 29 pesos.
Volta region?
Yeah. Eastern region, 16 cedis, 89 pesos.
Which is close to the average.
And guess where's next?
Where?
Ashanti region, 15 cedis, 99
So
pesos.
Eastern and Ashanti are close to the average.
Yeah.
Volta, Greater Accra, and Western are far above the average.
Exactly.
Who are the lower ones?
So Ahafo is there, Ahafo
Ahafo
is the lowest.
9.
Yes. Bono Ahafo had 9.
No. Bono Ahafo is not a regional.
Apologies, Ahafo.
Ahafo is 9.
Thank you.
Okay.
So the findings were presented during a dissemination workshop, and the launch was done by MOFA, clearly. So the COHD is defined as the minimum cost required to meet daily nutritional needs as outlined in Ghana's food-based dietary guidelines. So according to the report, okay, let me take it from here. Data was collected from over 70 food items across 190 markets nationwide, using weekly pricing updates to compute monthly regional averages. So according to the report, vegetables and animal source foods formed the largest cost components.
Vegetables and animal source foods.
Yes.
Okay.
Formed the largest cost components, accounting for 30% and 27% of the total diet cost respectively. Starchy staples contributed 20%.
So Kenke, Banco and their brothers.
Thank you. Followed by legumes, nuts and seeds.
Beans, granules and other things.
Yeah. So 14, 7 and 1% respectively. So Ms. Ahe attributed the price variations to seasonal availability, transportation costs, explaining that prices fluctuate depending on supply levels and the distances food items travel to reach markets.
So does that mean that in the Western region the distances are more? I can understand Greater Accra region. There aren't a lot of big farms here. But Western region has a lot of
bad roads, terrible roads.
But that's a lot of farmlands too.
Yeah,
and Volta region too.
So those farmlands are now under sea from Galamsey.
4 years ago, no, that's true actually. 4 years ago, when I was in Takwa Market Square, they call it Takrady Market. I learned that we're in Takwa as well. But I learned from the indigenes that food was more expensive because a lot of focus is on mining, and the youth are also not going into agriculture. So even though it's you can tell that it's an agrarian community, the mining dominates the agric, and then food has to be imported from Navrongo and other places to the place. So food is expensive in generally mining rich or mining dominated communities. The cost of food is more expensive.
Also so because of so much money in the system.
Precisely.
So there's inflation. Money, but is there that much money in the Western region?
Oh, I mean in terms of those who are working mining directly, they get to, especially those who work directly in the proper mines, their salary is normally dollar denominated, although paid in local currency largely.
I see. So what about Volta region then, where there's no mining? How can food be? Volta is the second most expensive after Greater Accra and Western. So it's Western, Greater Accra, Volta are the top 3 for cost of a healthy diet.
What I do know is that we do a lot of cross-border trade. The Togolese people bring a lot of things in, and we also send a lot of things across the border. I don't know whether that plays its own part in terms of, because of the pricing. It may well be. I've not researched it, but I'm just telling you anecdotally.
Remember some time ago you asked which region people love to live in outside Accra, which is less costly and all. People mentioned the Volta region for its serenity and all, but they did mention that the cost of food in the Volta region was high.
No, that was
especially Ho.
That was in relation to Ho.
Yes, Ho in particular.
The Volta region generally is a very long region. So it suffers from, most regions are not that. How do I say that?
Like,
yes, so it's quite. So Aflao is a coastal community. Compare it to say Ohwe.
Aflao is just across the border from the capital of Togo, and generally in capital, cities, things are fairly high. The people know that what they can fetch 1 Ghana cedi for, they can take across the border and make 10 Ghana cedi.
But what about?
So that has its own impact.
So what about other
in
places?
My respectful view,
other places like Ho.
Ho is also
in Ho. There's no Togo effect on Ho.
Well, Ho is not exactly very far from the border, though.
Oh, but I don't think that the people who are in Ho think of selling things in Togo for using the price higher. I think it would be a stretch.
Well,
that can be true for Aplau, but I don't think
it
can
has
say the
to
same.
be investigated.
I don't understand it. The Minister of Agriculture, did they give any policy recommendations? Did they tell us, Caleb, what the findings mean?
And then also one thing that we didn't get from the report is the mix of things that constitute a healthy
diet.
That would have been very good.
Bobo with Gary.
So what he's reading is a newspaper report. So what he needs to then do is to get a full report. So Caleb, I think you have your job cut out.
Mr. Paul Siama, he's the acting chief director.
Siame,
thank you. He's the acting chief director of the Ministry of Food and Agriculture, and he emphasized the importance of access to healthy diets, linking nutrition to national productivity, child development, and chronic disease prevention. He added that findings would support evidence-based nutrition and food policy formulation. Professor Richmond Aite from the University of Ghana School of Public Health called for standardized measurement systems to ensure transparency in market pricing. So clearly, I have to get the full details to get the other points we are looking at. Because
what was the last time you bought Bobo?
Because these days we are fed in the company.
Yeah, school feeding.
Yeah, I think April, May, I used to buy a lot of it. It was still the cheapest food. Beyond kinky.
On average, how much?
Sorry, what's Bobo?
Like beans, Gary and beans.
Yeah. So it was, if I want to eat and be filled without spending too much money, I'll do red. We used to buy some. Adabaka is pretty cheap. Tesanotu is not that expensive. Kinky is also pretty okay. Rice and jollof was very expensive. Wache is also pretty high.
Tesano is expensive, just for the record.
Yeah, but the red, they have some corner they buy. It's not that expensive. Adabaka is cheaper. But there's some red joint near where they sell the cars,
Bernard,
which is
it's expensive.
No, compared to other foods.
Bernard, it's expensive. The Bobo there is expensive.
Okay.
How much is the average price?
The Bobo, if you don't buy 15 cedis, you won't be satisfied.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
But does he have everything?
Compared to rice.
No, just the Bobo.
Just the Bobo.
I'm telling you.
No Jomi
I'm
on
serious.
it. Is there Jomi on it?
Yes.
No, the beans alone is not 15 cedis.
Bernard, I go to buy with Awo.
Maybe we have different levels. I don't eat a lot to be satisfied. Anyway, what I'm saying is that beans is supposed to be cheap.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if it's expensive in this list,
yeah, because the last time I tried, I was doing around 30 CDs with
30 CDs.
with Koliko.
So you are much higher than the national average. You are even higher than the Western region.
But guys, I think we shouldn't focus so much on the cost, because when we do that, then it may impact the nutritional value of the food that we're eating. The decision, I'm not trying to sound bougie or anything, but the decision really should be made on the kind of nutritional mix you want to get from the food, and not so much from the cost.
I think the report
but that doesn't mean that. No.
The report was emphasizing on the cost. The
consumers of we understand the milk and tea.
One switch. One switch.
The report was emphasizing the cost.
But we just want Gary.
We just want to fill the stomach.
No. Sky, she's right. We
are
talking
about costs, but it was also talking about a balanced meal.
Yes, that's important.
So the nutrition,
a healthy diet.
Thank you.
Because then that means the higher it costs, the less likely it's supposed to buy it. Because that's why it's an issue. If the cost of a healthy diet is so high, people will eat what is not healthy.
Yes,
that's the issue.
Okay.
So you cannot untangle the two.
Yeah, but that also means that we shouldn't buy beans and then add egg to it.
And fish and oil and all that.
Let's take a break. When I come back, the HR Tech Playground is getting more dynamic, hands-on exhibition hosted by HR Focus Africa. So I'll be speaking to people from that organization. It's happening tomorrow at the Accra International Conference Center. It's called the HR Tech Playground. A prelude to the flagship HR Focus Africa conference happening in October. So this event is on the theme Powering Global Talent Innovation through AI Technology and Strategy. This is for HR executives, business leaders, or tech innovators. The HR Tech Playground promises insight, innovation, and impact. So Irabna Hagan is here to talk to us. Sorry. You're saying your surname. Say again.
Iravna Nikwe.
Nikwe. You didn't do hyphenated.
No, please.
No, you've gone fully for your husband's
Fully
name.
and completely.
Mercy. So, what are you at the HR Focus Africa?
I'm the unit head
Okay.
for HR Focus.
Nice.
So HR Focus is a subsidiary under Lene HR.
Okay.
Lene HR is one of Ghana's leading HR organizations.
Uh-huh.
We provide solutions with recruitment, outsourcing, training, payroll management, and now we have tech. So we've rebranded internally. We see ourselves as an HR tech company.
I like this.
Yeah, because over the years we've seen that a lot of our solutions are digitized.
Okay.
And because we've been working with organizations, we know what their problems are. We've been solving it.
Yeah.
And a lot of the solutions are tech focused. So we've built our own software workflow.
Okay.
And as the name suggests, it's supposed to help organizations throughout their work processes. So
Nice one.
that is the brand that is powering the HR Tech Playground.
I like the name,
Yes,
HR
yeah.
Tech Playground.
Yes.
What is it?
It's a full day of
Mhm.
HR tech exposure.
Okay.
And we're doing it like an expo. So
Mhm.
the name Playground suggests how we want to do it. Instead of it being like a usual forum and people seated, we're having it happening amidst the exhibitions.
Okay.
So we would have a keynote speech, we would have panel discussions, yes, so that the conversation would move on. But the main focus is to interact with the tech products.
Okay.
So we've got a lot of tech companies coming to exhibit. We've realized that apart from the HR tech, human resources or people in the world of work deal with tech on different levels. When you're picking your right to work, there's some level of tech with the mobile apps. When you're trying to pay for something, we have the digital platforms, mobile money, it's all some form of tech. So we have all these organizations come on board to come and exhibit tech and really explain into detail how they can utilize all these platforms for efficiency in life and even more with work processes.
So, who is this event for? Can anybody just show up and attend?
Yes, we've opened it up so that it's relevant for everybody. The kind of conversations we're having is so that everybody's minds can be shifted from, traditional ways of doing things to the forward thinking, the digital kind of conversation. So business leaders, HR practitioners, CEOs, COOs, everybody that has any form of decision-making power in business. Beyond that, we also have invited so many tech companies, tech founders, tech starters, policymakers are also going to be in the room. And we've even extended it to students because we think that it's a transgenerational conversation that we need to have.
Okay.
It's not just focused on the here and now in the workspace, but those who are yet to come in the workspace also need to be mindful of how the workspace is changing so quickly.
So what makes this different from other HR events or other tech events?
It's different from other tech events because we're having it's central on HR conversations.
Okay.
People management. The entire people management process from recruitment to training to payrolling and then even offboarding. Sometimes you're able to give orientation and it's, a person speaking to another person. But have we ever thought about having an immersive experience where a new staff can have a VR experience, virtual reality experience of their workplace or maybe their offshore workshop or something. All of these things, infusing it into the system makes it a better experience. So at the end of the day, it's my first day on the job, I may not have been given clearance to go into the restricted areas of the workshop, but I've seen it and I've experienced it digitally. So it gives me a better experience all around.
So tell me about some of the speakers for this event.
So for this event, we have, of course, our managing director, Mr. James La of Lene HR. We have Phyllis Wontumi. She's the group head of KGL Group. We have Honorable Sam George from the Minister of Communications, Digital Technology and Innovations coming to speak, the keynote speech. We also have Professor Eric Afodadze, Associate Professor, University of Ghana Business School. Madam Jacqueline Sarkodie, Clinton Health Access Initiative. We have the Executive Director of UN Global Impact Network Ghana, Tolu Kweku Lacroix, speaking. And then we have the HR Manager for Data Protection Commission, Daniel Jampao Omano, as well as others.
Quite a stellar array of speakers. So what are some of the highlights attendees can expect this year?
So we're excited to have the panel discussions,
Okay.
the tech exhibitions. We also have a workflow workshop that would show the HR practitioners and the people that are gathered in the room how to go through the payroll processes using the workflow app, web app, everything from employee management, handling your payrolling. We were able to, because we've been doing it for organizations, we know the statutory compliance requirements and all of that, and it's all been infused. So the software is built by HR for HR. So we believe that it's the best that anyone could use to solve any of their workflow processes. So having these hands-on exhibition experiences, I think, is one of the things that stands out. That's going to be the main focus for tomorrow. That's what is really different, and I think it's a major highlight that we should all experience.
We are talking about the HR Tech Playground organized by the HR Focus Africa, one of their flagships. Of course, the main conference is in October, but this is an intersection of tech, AI, strategic HR management, and it's going to be quite interesting. Irabna Nikwe is from the organization organizing this, and she's telling us more about this event. So how do you think this event aligns with broader national goals of skills development and digital economy, etc., etc., etc.?
That's a really good question. So one of the things that we've been talking about is the talent gap. If we're talking digitization, sometimes a lot of us have gone to school, and some of the things that we learned when we were in school are dated. So we find ourselves having to upskill ourselves today so that we'll be more relevant in the world of work. An organization like Mest Africa have trained a number of tech gurus. They are web developers in different forms of tech, from hardware to software, and they're ready for the job market. And what we realized was this event can bridge the gap, in the sense that we're doing speed interviews to have organizations engage with these talents, ready market talent, to give them the opportunity to help the organization streamline their business processes to be tech infused. And that is part of the broader conversation. If we are talking about we're in the tech world, let's get ready for the future, but our people are not ready for the future, it's a major problem. So we want to have, by this platform, let people see the relevance and the urgency and importance of catching up with what the rest of the world is doing, and providing the right platforms and opportunities for training and development of our people to be able to meet with the world standards that we have.
Let's talk about some partners and sponsors that you have brought together to make this event possible.
Yes, there's a really long list
wow.
of exhibitors. I'll just summarize. So we partnered with the Ministry of Communications, Digital Technology and Innovations, because we thought that as the ministry, they are central to this agenda. They would be the ones that would be able to implement policies and help execute such policies that would make things easier in the world of work. We have also partnered with Mest Africa. Newmont's Ghana is sponsoring the conference this year. So they came on board early, so they are also supporting this event's success. And we also have our headline for the HR Tech Playground workflow, as I mentioned, the app that was built by HR for HR. We also have other exhibitors, so many tech companies. There are over 30 tech companies that are exhibiting, and it's really a blessing to have them support us.
And this event is a prelude to your flagship conference
to our flagship
in October.
Happening in October. It's happening Friday 17th October at the International Conference Center.
But this one is happening when?
This is happening tomorrow. This HR Tech Playground is happening tomorrow, Tuesday 15th July 2025 at the Accra International Conference Center at 9 a.m.
Amazing. On the theme, Powering Global Talent Innovation Through AI, Tech and Strategy. And this is a one-of-a-kind event happening. Do people have to register, or they just show up?
It's free, but because of limited space, we encourage everybody to register so that we could have seamless access. They can register at hrfocusevents.com/HR Tech Playground.
You need to take your time and repeat that.
Okay. They can register at hrfocusevents.com/HR Tech Playground.
Wonderful.
Or they can call us. We have a hotline that's available. It's 050-962-0204.
Can I repeat the number?
That's our HR Focus hotline. It's 050-962-0204.
Wonderful. Irabna Nikwe, a previous winner, I must say, of our literacy challenge.
Yes, the first winner.
She's the first winner.
Yes, please.
There's no surprise. I mean, I was just watching her and admiring her confidence,
Her flow.
and her eloquence.
Yeah. First time I interviewed her, how old were you? Too many years ago. I think you had won the essay.
Yes, I was 13.
You were 13.
Years.
She was sat right in this chair.
Yeah,
I see.
You know, and now she's a big woman running a big conference. But I'm sure the essay competition has helped you.
It did. It gave me exposure. It showed me that, dreams can come true. Because I remember when I was writing it, I really didn't believe in it. My mother had to force me to write. And
do you remember your topic?
Yes, it was. We were asked to write a story with a moral lesson at the end.
Okay.
And my moral lesson was, no matter what hits you in life, you have to pick yourself up and move forward. I remember I went on to publish that story as a book. It was titled Unexpected Events.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Well, at that time, what school were you in?
Morning Glory Montessori Child
So you were
Development.
13. This is like JSS 1 level, grade 7, 8, grade.
Yes. I had just gotten into the JHS, I think, of Form 1.
Wow.
Grade Form 1, yeah.
Did you think you would win?
I didn't think I would win. I didn't think. So at a point, I thought my mother had rigged it. I was like,
How could I get
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I was like, this is for real. Like my story was actually. I met one of the judges who marked the paper, and he was really intrigued. And it made me realize that this writing thing is actually.
Do you still write though?
Not as much.
Oh Lord.
I do blog posts.
You do blog posts though.
Yes, and I'm working on a book, but.
That's not bad.
But
so you've
life
not
is
left
life,
it. But you're working very well at HR Focus Africa.
Yes.
And I think the HR Focus magazine is also one of the good things you guys have done, where some of your writing goes into putting that together.
I was editor-in-chief.
You see? So you've learned a lot.
I have.
Yeah. So guys, turn up tomorrow, July 15, Accra International Conference Center. I like the idea of talent, innovation, AI, tech. I think that's just the right thing to do. She mentioned a couple of phone numbers. You probably want to give it to me before you go so I can repeat it in your absence. And then, let's make it happen.
Earlier in the conversation, you were having a conversation about people that had used AI to do a video of a dead man talking. And these are some of the things we're coming to talk about, the right thing to use AI for in technology.
Where AI has got into.
If it's not guided.
Charlie, I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know.
You don't know what to trust anymore.
Somebody's inviting you to their own funeral. I mean, how cold could that be? And people are just happy.
And they were trying to be innovative.
Come on.
Come on. It's just
come for the conference and learn the ethics.
And let's talk about it.
Exactly. The ethics of that. Rabina Nikwe, formerly Hagan. Time check is 9:47.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
On the go, night or day, PBL up is the easiest way. Bank secure, bank with ease. Right at your fingertips, bank is a breeze. PBL app making banking so clear. Anytime, anywhere we're here. Safe, secure, banking for you. PBL app, simple and true.
Welcome to the future of banking. The Prudential Bank mobile app. Bank secure anytime. Right from your phone. Access your accounts 24/7. Perform instant transactions. Pay bills. Link mobile money wallets. Scan and pay with GHQR. Manage your cards. Make seamless GIP interbank transfers. All with ease. No more banking hours. Take control and app your banking. Experience simple, secure and convenient banking. Download the PBL mobile app now. PBL mobile app. App your banking.
It's time to take the next step toward your dreams. Admissions are now open for our October intake at Lancaster University, Ghana. Get ready for a world-class education, global opportunities, and an unforgettable experience in Ghana. For more information, contact us at +233 030 211 8989 or send an email to admissions@lancaster.edu.gh. Apply today and begin your journey to success with Lancaster University, Ghana. Your future starts now.
Are you a student in Ghana? Are you 11 to 15 years old? Are you ready to write, think, and analyze your way into hearts and minds and straight to the top? Then it's time for you to get ready for the Literacy Challenge 2025. For Level 1, this year's big essay topic is in not less than 600 words, discuss the effects of climate change on agriculture in Ghana. What challenges do these effects create for individuals, families, communities, and the nation? Suggest practical solutions to help all Ghanaians mitigate these challenges. Your essay must be in your own handwriting. It must be endorsed by a parent or a guardian. Add your full contact details. Deadline, Saturday, 26th July 2025. Submit entries to the front desk of Channel 1 TV or Citi FM, or mail to P.O. Box GP 14123 across Central. If you make it to level 2 and go on to win level 3, you will win 10,000 Ghana cedis cash, a glitzy trophy, and bragging rights as the most outstanding all-round JHS student in Ghana. So, get writing and show the nation what you've got. For more details, call 0205-973-973. The Literacy Challenge 2025 is powered by Citi FM, supported by Channel 1 TV, and is sponsored by Belmu and GB Assessment.
Wherever you are, the game is nothing without you. It's on like never before this season. Every major league, every cup, every qualifier, the players, Kudus, Semenyo, Iñaki, the goals, the emotions, and the bragging rights. It's all on SuperSport, available on DSTV and GoTV. Get your DSTV decoder at 89 cedis and GoTV decoder at 399 cedis. DSTV, your home of entertainment. Go TV. Love it.
Did you know that only 10% of university graduates find a job in their first year after school? But the Design and Technology Institute, DTI, is changing that. They offer tertiary graduates a chance to enter the world of work with industry-relevant skills in precision welding and fabrication, entrepreneurship, creative media, and engineering. Kweku, a geodetic engineering graduate, took that opportunity.
Oh, DTI is next level. My university course didn't give me the industry relevant skills I needed to work on an oil rig, but DTI did. I enrolled in their precision welding and fabrication program, which included a 6-month workplace experience learning. DTI's programs are accredited by the American Welding Society and Pearson's BTech, so my skills are recognized globally. Plus, they connect us to real jobs.
You heard it here first. If you want world-class technical training, visit dtiafrica.com or call 054-169-3534. DTI, wired for jobs.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Seven minutes to 10 on a morning where we've touched on a number of things. Ghanaians and their disinterest in protests. We didn't really delve into that fully. And we've also spoken about the violence, the senseless violence at the Ablekuma North constituency. The attack essentially on Hawakumsin and the Ekwe Free. And of course, which region has the most expensive price for a healthy food? We need to get into the report to tell you what food is even considered healthy. Caleb says 15 cedis for gari and beans is expensive. I thought 15 cedis was okay.
No, the 15 is just for the gobe alone, the bobo alone. That's what I'm trying to say. That's a lot.
Maybe they look at you and they charge you. Are you upgrading your office space? Call the experts. Call Expert Furnish, Office Furnish Company for your ergonomic swivel chairs today. We're talking intelligent seat cushion with dynamic bionic spine pressure relief design. We have executive desk, cabinet, conference, and all office furniture that suits your budget. We are off the Atomic Hills Estate Road on the Asori Junction near ASI Plaza, Shoman Estates. You can reach us on 0244 280 532 or look for Expert Office Furnish on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Expert Office Furnish, your health, your wealth. If you're an entrepreneur looking for meaningful business ownership opportunities, or you want to provide water in a more sustainable way, then partner with Jibu through our franchise network. With 50,000 cities only, you can receive the equipment, training, and support needed to launch your own business, purifying and selling affordable, refillable drinking water. Let the dream become a reality. We have an exciting offer for new customers and businesses. We provide free bottles and dispenser machines for corporate businesses. If you want to start smaller, you can also become a Jibu distributor or reseller in your area. So go to jibuco.com/GH or call 0209 845817. That's 0209 845817. Jibu, a better life. Let's talk about Piva beverages made in Ghana, 5 distinct flavors: cola, orange, cocktail, grape, and Sanjay. Available at a local store near you. Call 0550-03223. And Piva beverages, a taste you will love. And if you're finishing your house or you're starting your project, get Diamond Cement. We have 42.5 hour grade, a high quality cement brand on the Ghanaian market. We also have the 32.5 hour grade, which means there's a great deal for everybody's pocket. Call 0244-313-368. Diamond Cement is the last other said Diamond. All right, let's read a few final comments on violence in elections.
Okay, Joe from Tema says, Bernard, even though we disapprove of violence in elections, especially against women, I disagree with you on the reactions to Howard Kumson's issue. It's not justification, but people's feelings that she just tasted a little of what she has visited on people over the years, but got away because her party was in power. She's alleged to have previously done terrible things at elections, like firing guns, causing people to be assaulted, and some even died. It's just a reminder that karma is real. Good morning, Bernard and team. I think media houses whose journalists were assaulted by security personnel must be taken on. It is not enough for Ghana police to take an officer off the field for what we saw in the video. We have seen too many of such. If the lawfully empowered enforcer cannot abide by the very law he or she is to enforce, then we are not safe. Majority, including myself, will never participate in a demonstration because I don't trust Ghana police or the military. And Ni Allah from La sends that one in. It's unfortunate that common election rerun in a single constituency has resulted in untold chaos and near loss of lives. Why must we gamble with precious lives on the altar of cheap political retaliation? The brutality meted out to the journalist, the near lynching of the MPP man, and the embarrassing push on Howard Kumson are all byproducts of a failed electoral system and governance. We are simply itching for civil unrest and tinkering with the peace of Ghana. Yakubu Ibn Chambers in Accra sends that one. Good morning, Bernard. Please, I think the solution to all these election violence is that no president should appoint the IGP. Police must be independent, and trust me, they can do the job very well. Prince from Airport sent that. Can we bring UN peacekeepers to handle security during our elections? Somebody's asking that. Godwin in West Legon says, good morning, CBS. The act of electoral violence should be condemned in all certainty. Democracy, elections should be free and fair, not violent. Hoodlumism should be discouraged. Another says, good morning, Bernard. I'm afraid the way we are going as I'm afraid of the way we are going as a nation. The only way to cure this situation is to ensure the independence of the police, the EC, and judiciary. These institutions are indirectly controlled by the party in power. Let's stop kidding ourselves.
Well, let's end with a few birthday requests. Happy birthday to my daughter, Annabelle Kolekite Bli at Pentecost Preparatory, Kofredia. A wonderful birthday from your father, Francis Homeku, and the entire family. We love you. Also wishing Sylvia Ritalse a belated blessed birthday. We wish you divine health, peace, and God's grace upon your life from all your lovely sisters. Good morning, Bernard. Please help me wish Pastor Eugene Zuta a happy birthday. He's a true man of God, not just in words, but in deeds. A great example to everyone around him and made massive impact in the lives of especially young men to be good leaders of their homes, and we're so proud of him. This is from Fifi Tamaklo on behalf of the boys, Eugene Zuta Ministries, Christ Life Renewal Worship Center, and Christ Life Music. All right, so that's all we have time for. Thank you, Francisca Kakra Forsen, Caleb Kuda, and Richard Delasky. City News at 10 is next, with Ejubi Wafia Kitchen, followed by Brunch in the City. So let me say good morning to Ejubi Wafia Kintin with the City News at 10.
Good morning, Bernard. Coming up, Defense Minister orders